Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Way of the Brush with me, your host, Kris, aka the Name Butcher, aka Hey You Get Off My Lawn, aka Kris, you're being creepy again. Way of the Brush, the most informative 120 minutes on the internet on the wargaming lifestyle. We'll talk about painting, terrain, conversions, and just about everything under the sun, meaning no topics are barred. We'll talk about anything and everything. So, first time viewers, if you want to keep the show on track and painting related, ask your questions if you're attending live, whichever direction the chat might be in for you. And if you're watching this after the fact, you can submit your questions to Kris at wayofthebrush.com. It's also in the description below. And if you're going to send pictures, send them as attachments in the email. Don't send it off as links to other sites, because then I just won't do it. It's annoying. And it's just because of the ads and crap like that. But anyway. Also in the description below is a link to wayofthebrush.com. Central hub of all this silliness, has links to all the social medias as well as Discord. Join us on Discord. It's a lot of fun. We keep the conversation rolling there 24/7, and so join us there. It's a lot of fun. Only one rule. Don't be a dick. That's the only rule. That's the only rule. Don't be a dick. Pretty simple, right? You would think, but some people are pretty dense. Also at wayofthebrush.com is links for t-shirts. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see it down below as well. T-shirts. Want to look like a connoisseur of all that is good and holy in this world? They're wearing a Way of the Brush t-shirt. And if you purchase yourself a shirt, send a picture of yourself in your shirt, and I will add it to the Monkey Shrine, which is also at wayofthebrush.com, because it's nice to put a name to the face and the face to the name. Did I say that right? I think I did. Also at wayofthebrush.com, you'll find a link for Patreon. A huge thank you to all my patrons. Without your support, these videos and this channel and all that I do would not be able to continue. And so a huge thank you to everybody who supports on Patreon. If you're not able to support on Patreon, or monetarily, i.e. money, thumbing up the video, liking, following, subscribing, and all the interactions with the videos. You know that stuff. Click the stuff. Just start clicking stuff. Something will happen. If you just start clicking stuff, something will happen. Magic. That's when the magic really starts. Speaking of magic, much love to Guymere Alfer, aka Carl, aka Beer and Blood Bowl. That's his YouTube channel. Check him out if you love yourself some beer and you love yourself some Blood Bowl. Beer and Blood Bowl is where it's at. We always take time to thank Carl, even though he is no longer with us, for taking the time out of his busy day to create the email jingles that play before the email segments of the show. And so always much love to Carl. And of course, speaking of love, much love to my baby brother Evan for creating the intro outro music that plays at the begin and end of the show. Always much love to my baby bro Evan. If you're into rare comics, rare, not well done, but rare, EB Comics, it's in the description below. He might have your comic hookup. If you're into rare comics, I don't know if he does new comics, but rare, not well done. That joke's getting old, I think. Who's joining us? James and Kent. Afternoon, Kris. Afternoon, everyone. Afternoon, Axel. Hello, love you. Stream ending? No, stream starting. I know I begin and end this show kind of the same way, but it's just, it's the bookend. It's to bookend the whole thing. The whole experience, whatever this experience is, it's to bookend it and, make it feel like there's some sort of semblance of order and, that this is deliberate and not just me ad-libbing the entire 2 hours of the show. Normally this is supposed to be 2 hours, but usually we end up going over because I'll probably get off into some sort of rant. I'll start bitching about things and, whatever. The usual. Kevin Cabal, hello, happening hobbyist, and happy Monkey Day. Happy Monkey Day to you, Kevin. G-Dubs doing a reveal today for Kill Team, apparently. My son saw it and was like, hey, Kill Team, is this a video game? I said, no, I don't think so. I think it's for the tabletop. And what I'm hoping, we'll find out soon enough, what I'm hoping from G-Dubs is they're going to follow suit like they've been doing with Age of Sigmar and Warcry and Warhammer Underworlds. With Kill Team, I'm hoping they do it like Warcry. So basically, we're going to start getting little gangs of, you know, of gangs. No, of like 40k forces and stuff like that. So, you know, hopefully we'll see some, you know, new orc sculpts, new space marine sculpts, new Eldar sculpts, new Tyranid sculpts, you know what I mean? And just have like these very interesting models to be able to fold. Man, I can't talk. Excuse me. Be able to fold into our armies with all these new models, right? Which got me thinking that what if these little bonums, what if these guys, you know, what if there's immediate rules for incorporating them into kill team? Because they're pretty much a kill team right there. 6 dudes, right? What if this is the future of 40k, or at least, you know, to keep the fans happy? Because there's no reason they couldn't. You know what I mean? Like I have no idea how long it takes to go from concept to production to packaging to actually selling it. But as far as something like that, I imagine that's at least 6 months previous to when it was being hyped, to when they started revealing, you know, because they already had pictures done of it and everything like that. So it means that they already had the models ready to go. It was already painted, took pretty pictures, you know what I mean, and then began the hype train, which is fine. I'm fine with that. But yeah, I'd be kind of interested to see if Gaunt's Ghosts actually becomes a kill team. I would actually not be shocked if that were the case, because, you know, it gives me a reason to get into kill team, because I've never gotten into kill team. You know, I'm a 40k player, but I've never really, you know, I mean, in 40k there used to be rules for doing small skirmish style games, like just a unit, you know, and you make a small little battlefield, and you know what I mean, and you fight out little scenarios and stuff like that. The rules were always there. I think it stopped like in 4th edition or 5th edition. They stopped doing that, and then like a year or two later, I think it was around this time, 7th edition, I think, is when the kill team came out. Maybe it was after 8th. I can't remember. Maybe it was after 8th when kill team came out. But either way, if they're gonna start giving us little box sets of gangs for 40k, all for it. I'm 100% behind it. I think it's awesome. If that's the case, if it's just another, you know, excuse to produce a rule book with, you know, terrain that is available elsewhere within the range, and, you know, okay. I mean, I know, like, there's a lot of people out there who really, really like Kill Team, and you know, there's a lot to like there, but you know, I'd like to see some new models, and getting like and I mean, like, this might be the kind of thing, and we've talked about this many times in the show, that it seems like in Age of Sigmar, the development team, you know, they're firing on all cylinders. They're, you know what I mean, it's maximum effort. They are, you know, doing fantastic stuff with Age of Sigmar. Fantastic. And 40k is just lackluster. Like, there's nothing really interesting. I mean, aside from maybe Necrons. The orcs, we're getting hyped up for orcs, you know, so okay, that's fine. But Age of Sigmar, I mean, like, you know, all the armies that have come out for Age of Sigmar, the models are fantastic. The game's, you know, what it is, but the models are great. And as a spectator, oftentimes whenever you're going to your local place and having a game with your friends, and you see all these really beautiful, big, crazy looking monsters and crazy crap on the table, people who are just kind of passing by go, oh, what the heck is all this? Like, you know, this is some crazy crap. I'm in, because you're already in the place that, you know, services whatever your niche might be, and then you see this, and then, you know, it's enticing. And so 40k doesn't really have that. 40k does not have that, and it should. It definitely should. I mean, I'm a long time fan of Warhammer 40,000, and yeah, it just does not have that. And hopefully with Kill Team, that, yeah, we start seeing little gang boxes. I'd start picking up all sorts of stuff, you know, especially if they keep it around the price point of what they've been doing with like Warhammer Underworlds and Warcry. If they keep it at that price range, yeah, I'm in. I'll buy all those gangs. Yeah, just for some fun looking models. I mean, like, you know, it's been a long time since I've, you know, painted an orc or Imperial Guard guy, or a little Tyranid monster, or a little Tau duder, or, you know what I mean, like, just, you know, to shake things up, especially for a lot of 40K players where, we end up buying a whole bunch of boxes of stuff, and, it gets kind of monotonous, and then you kind of just start putting it aside. And I just want to play, I just want to play some games. It's why I bought this stuff, so I can play and enjoy it and have fun. This painting is such a chore, and and whereas all you really need to keep trucking through your army is a little distraction here and there. And it's, I think, in G-Dub's best interest to keep that distraction fairly close to home, so to speak, right? So if me personally, I'm an Eldar player, and I don't really feel like painting up all my bazillion Guardians. Maybe I'll take a break and I'll paint a small little interesting unit of Tau. Why not? Maybe I feel like little monsters, and maybe I will put some blood and gore on them. And just do different things where you normally wouldn't get the opportunity to do it, right? It's just it's about having fun, and and I'm excited. I'm excited to see with this new kill team, and we got 46 minutes to go. So yeah, I think it's 46 minutes. I don't know. I can't tell. Time zones. Axel, I play music, can't hear anything. Sad I missed this. See ya. Huh? Can't hear anything. Is there no sound? Is everybody hearing me okay? Now he's got me all confuddled. Let's see. Is there sound here? Is there no sound? No, I hear sound there. What about here? Man, no sound? No, I hear sound there. Yeah, no, that guy's talking. No, there's sound. I don't know. I'm confused. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Axel's on about. Axel. I don't know. Sir Peanut Butter. Morning, Kris and Peeps. Morning. James Kent. I like the idea of specialist boxes, but new Eldar sculpts. Good luck with that. Well, I mean, if it's kill team, yeah, I'd imagine. Why not? Little kill team of Eldar, kill team of Tau, kill team of Tyranids. You know what I mean? And just interesting sculpts, just one-offs. Because in kill team, it is encouraged to convert your models to make a kill team, right? And that harkens back to way back in the day, for any of us long teeth or long tooths. What's the plural for that? Anyway, you're encouraged to, convert up your models, right? Way back in the day, we were always encouraged to make conversions to fit the game, so we're playing the game and buying the models, and what I mean, like, it's the whole experience. And with kill team, it kind of harkened back to those kind of days when you were encouraged to convert a lot of things. But now, like even terrain, we used you used to be able to just convert up stuff and make your own terrain, and you know what I mean, like. And that was fully encouraged. Now it's like, no, you got to play with official G-Dubs terrain. I mean, the stuff looks great, but, it's all ruins, right? It's all imperialistic ruin stuff. There's nothing really interesting for, like, Eldar or Orc buildings or Tyranid bio-construct shapes or, you know what I mean? Like, it's just imperial crap, And I don't understand why they go that route, because realistically it'd be easier for them to copyright and upset third-party manufacturers from imitating their styles for imperial type stuff if they went with making Orc buildings and Eldar buildings and Tyranid buildings and Tau buildings, and you know what I mean, and start producing these, because they can copyright it, and anybody who tries to duplicate it, they sue them out of existence, right? I mean, like, if they really want to create a monopoly and dominate this market, yeah, I mean, they already dominated, but you know what I mean. But yeah, anyway, Lone Wind, hello Lone Wind, hello, friendly Aaron Zeech, howdy Kris and Monkey Brethren, happy Saturday, Aaron, I hope you're doing well, buddy. Stephen Gillode, good day, sir, good day. Lone Wind, we can hear. Yeah, I don't know what Axel was on about. I don't know. Maybe he had his button muted. I don't know. Aaron Seach, Plastic Death Corp. I'm fucking there. You're there. You're fucking there. hopefully we get Gaunt's Ghost stats for Kill Team. You know what? I honestly would be shocked. Now, mind you, I have not opened the box. I didn't even open the box. There could be like cards for Kill Team or rules for Kill Team in this. I have no idea. I have not opened this box set. Let's have a look. We're getting an unboxing right here. What's this? Huh, cards. No, I'm just kidding. They're all on a single sprue. Oh, they look nice and big too. See, I mean, you know, we can complain about scale creep and all that, but I like nice big models. I think maybe because I'm getting old, and the bigger the sculpts, the easier it is for me to paint. But it just allows you to, you know, more room to navigate. But I mean, yeah, like these dudes. These are the dudes playing the dude disguised as another dude. Anyway, yeah, these dudes are pretty darn big. I would guess though maybe they're not quite like Imperial Guard size. Do I have an Imperial Guard guy around? I thought I did. Didn't I? Sorry, I'm looking at my desk here. I got a bunch of crap sitting around. I do not have an Imperial Guard guy around. But like when you look at like Necromunda, like the scale for Necromunda, they're huge in comparison to like even an Imperial Guard. Like the Escher, she's gigantic. Goliath, fuck off huge. Van Saar, fuck off huge. Redemptionist, huge. Corpse Grinders, massive. They're like Goliaths. But anyway, I gotta get back to my Corpse Grinders. I feel the call for blood and sinew. And maybe I'm just hungry. But yeah, Gaunt's Ghost. Sorry, I was supposed to look at the guide here. Sorry, I got the guide here. I mean, I love the books. The books are great. If you've not read the books, they're a lot of fun. But don't get too attached to anybody. As the adage goes. Oh, they even have the rules like for 40k in here. Now, mind you, I mean, like I'm talking out of my ass here, like right out of my bum. As far as like rules translating over to Kill Team from 40k, but yeah, interesting. I might have to put them together soon. Might have to. Just might have to. Just might have to. Daniel SG, hello. Hello. Anybody watch Run for the Cube? Hello. If you're on YouTube, look that dude up. I'm certain it's a dude. I don't know. I could be wrong, but yeah, the videos are fucking hilarious. Anyway, it's annoying, but you can literally feel brain cells dying watching the videos, like actually just perishing, like just popping out of existence. Lone Wind. So do you think that GW makes more money on plastic models or by selling paint? Plastic models. Yeah, plastic models. Selling of paint, on average, how long does a paint last you? Right? I didn't realize, like, I still have like some of my paints here. I haven't even opened them because I've never used them. And they're perfectly fine. You know, they sit on the shelves fine. Give them a good shake. Like, Citadel paints are thick body paints, so like the pigment doesn't separate easily over time, versus thinner body paints. The pigment will separate really quite rapidly because the suspension fluid is not that dense, right? Whereas Citadel, it's a fairly thicker paint, which is fine. You know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. But yeah, I like a paint pot can last you a long time, especially if you're mindful of, you know, how long you're working with it open, and you know what I mean, and taking care of the gunk that builds up in it, and you know, stuff like that. Yeah, as long as it stays airtight, the paint lasts a long time. Now miniatures, well, especially if you're like a tournament player, you probably move through miniatures pretty darn fast, and we pay a lot of money for a box. I mean, like this Gaunt's Ghost box set, it's like what, 80 Canadian, which is like $10 American. I don't think it's that bad, but we're not getting screwed that hard on the exchange, but pretty hard. Where's Gaunt's Ghost? Let me see. I'm clicked onto Canadian Kaneka bucks. Yeah, 80 bones. 80 bones Canadian is what you pay for Gaunt's Ghosts. What do you pay for Warcry? I'm gonna look on. Sorry if the stream lags a bit. It's because I'm doing all sorts of dumb shit. But yeah, what do you pay? 65 for Warcry per gang, and you get some really interesting looking models. Dark Elves, these fire duders, the Scions of Flames, whatever the hell they are. Spire Tyrants, some sort of barbarian duders. You know, Corvus Cabal. I like the guy with the wings. He's really cool. Splintered Fang. Cypher Lords. Oh yeah, those guys. Yeah, they're pretty cool looking. Yeah, there's just I think Kill Team is going to go this route, like Warcry, and I support that. I'm 100% behind that motive. As long as they give us 40k gangs, original sculpts, you know, I'm 100% behind that. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that's the route they want to go to. They go, geez, you know what? Age of Sigmar is like, it's booming in popularity, and so many people love Warcry and Underworlds, and you know what I mean? Like, there's so much to love there. And with Warhammer 40,000, you know, he's kind of the older brother who's, you know, he can take care of himself. Everybody loves the older brother. Let's you know, the baby brother and, you know, his little babies, and you know what I mean? Like, let's love them and let's give them all the attention. And then the big brother's like, well, fuck, dudes. I mean, like, you know, no love? Like, anybody who comes from, you know, a bigger family understands that. Everybody else who's a single child is like, I don't get it. I don't understand. It's because your life is pointless. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody's like, holy fuck. What the fuck, man? It's mean. Why are you being mean? James Kent, I just primed an old metal Ulrich the Slayer. He is ludicrously small. I need some smaller brushes and better eyes. Yeah. I know we were, because I did the stream yesterday, getting projects done. We're going to do more of those, by the way. I'm going to do more streaming. So there's going to be more activity on my Twitch than there on the YouTube. Patrons basically will reap the benefits regardless, but yeah. So we're going to do more streaming. We're going to do more live painting. You know, it seems like the better platform for doing more beginning to end type of work, because then you get the entirety of, you know, of what I'm doing through a beginning to end process. So most of the time, most projects will be, you know, now mind you, it's not going to be just hardcore, you know, we're starting a model today and that week we're going to finish that model. We'll try to stick to something like that, but it's probably going to be starting some assemblies here. We'll do some base coatings, might do a little bit more assemblies. We'll finish off some base coats, and you know what I mean? And we'll move about, but you know, yeah. That's the plan anyway. Whether or not I stick to that, I have no idea, but yeah. Disflux. The Gaunt's Ghost set looks great. I love the memes about Abram Revan, his chainsword, while the rest of the squad are trying to be sneaky. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, right? He's, let's get him, boys. Let's sneak up on him. We're going to be real stealthy. And now all of them are just like, you know, skulking in the woods. Yeah. If you've not read the books, man, give the books a read. First and Only is where you start the journey. First and Only. The first three, I adore. I adore. Necropolis is my favorite of what I've read, which is about 6 or 7 in. I think the last one I finished on was Trader General. I haven't finished that one, and so yeah, that's where I'm at. So I don't know what book that one is. Trader General. I think that might be 6. I think 7. I don't know. I'm sure one of you guys know. David Vaughn, late to the show. Sup, monkeys, Monkey King. What's up, David? Sir Peanut Butter, my issue with Warband Kill Teams is that they produce nice models from a faction, but almost always they will never turn into a full range for larger armies. Same applies to other box games made. Well, Necromunda, right, has the gangs, and it's a complete little universe within that. Okay, Warcry, yeah, there's a bunch of gangs there that don't have contemporaries within Age of Sigmar, and that's just the beginning. I mean, if a faction seems very popular, they'll probably expand it, either add more to the gang or make more of it for Age of Sigmar, or make those gangs so that you can take them all, especially if they're, say for example, they're all Chaos humans, and you put them all within the Chaos faction, right? You can still play with them. For Underworlds, yeah, I'm pretty sure the Underworlds, they have rules for including, I have like the Starblood, and the Soul Raiders, and yeah, they have the rules for playing Age of Sigmar with those models. Win-win. Get double use out of your models. Everybody cries about getting value out of our models, and the Underworlds box sets, they're like $50 Canadian, and like that's a very reasonable price point, especially if you go halves with somebody on the main game, and maybe your friend has Age of Sigmar, and then you're playing, and he's like, yeah, but I got all these other models, and then I can substitute and do this and that, and you're sitting there going, well, I can't substitute. Well, I got to get more models from this faction, and you know what I mean? And it's a gateway drug. These are all gateway drugs, right? So think of it like G-Dubs is a drug dealer. We're all the addicts, right? We all know we're buying this stuff. We're out there sucking dick to get our hands on a brand new Space Marine. We're all out there. You're all just getting facials and everything like that, and because you all love Space Marines, so you're all just you know what I mean? And yeah, because you're all addicts. You're all addicts. Where was I going with that point? I don't remember. But anyway. Oh, man. I can start to fly off the handle there. But anyway, yeah, so for Kill Team, it would be really cool if they, because 40K has a ton of factions. The model ranges for almost all the armies are quite extensive. And so it'd be really cool to get some really interesting looking models that we can include into our big 40K armies, just for some added flavor. And it's a wonderful excuse to just play around with these one-off sculpts that, can add more flavor to an army. You know what I mean? Like imagine Necron Kill Team, and there's like this, warden, and he's a close combat warden, and he's got big, scimitars or something like that. And why not? He's in Kill Team, and then you throw him into your regular 40K army. Why not, right? The possibilities are endless. Aaron Seach, Scions of Flame are badass models. Yeah, they're kind of cool looking. Lazy Monkey, youngest gets spoiled. Yeah, exactly, right? So that's Age of Sigmar. Age of Sigmar is the youngest child, and they're getting spoiled, and they're getting all the love. And the older child, Warhammer 40,000, he's not getting much love. And, that's unfair. It's unfair. He's going to kick a can down the road. It's unfair. I hate my family. No, I'm not projecting. David Vaughn, is there a start collecting or combat patrol box for Adeptus Sororitas? Been looking, can't find either box. I have no idea. I thought there was a start collecting for Sisters. No? I don't know. What am I? G-Dubs? What am I? I don't know. Start collecting. Let's see. Start collecting. There's 19 boxes. It says there's 19 boxes. Let's see what we got here. We got Chaos Marines, Demons of Slanesh, Space Wolves, Dark Angels, Blood Angels. Essentially 3 boxes right there that are all pretty much the same. Death Watch, Tyranids, Tau Empire, Militarum Tempestus, Craft Worlds, Astra Militarum, Demons of Zinch, Demons of Khorne, Demons of Nurgle, Drukari sold out, Death Guard sold out, Genestealer Cult sold out. Oh, Genestealer Cults. Oh. Thousand Suns, and Space Marines. Space Marine box set is sold out. Bunch of cucks. You're all a bunch of cucks. If you play Space Marines, you're a cuck. Anyway, Jobs Left Nut. Older brothers get no love cause they're all dicks. That's very possible. As being the older brother of my family, the oldest brother of my family. Yeah, I'm a massive asshole. So, in comparison to the rest of my siblings, yeah, they're all good peeps. I'm the asshole. Legion. I kind of hope that G-Dub goes into 3D printing game. They have so many sculpts that can be made to order with close to no effort. They have used STLs for more than a decade. You can definitely see that G-Dubs is using 3D printing technology. Because when you look at close-ups of like early release models, you can see the print lines on the model. You saw it on the Satan guy. You could probably, if you really look close, I'm going back and forth on G-Dub's site. But anyway, yeah, you can see the 3D print lines. But as far as them getting into the 3D printing game, not yet. It's not time yet. Because 3D printing is still very niche. Despite its popularity, which would seem like it's really, really popular, but we are a niche within the niche. And just because that tiny little fraction of people seems to be growing quite rapidly, it doesn't mean it's going to take over. But yes, G-Dubs does need to start making plans now so that they're not overtaken by it, right? But see, the thing is that nothing stops a person from sharing that file illegally, right? Especially if you click the terms of an agreement, and you say, yeah, I'm not going to share it, but then you end up sharing it, right? And, that's lost revenue, right? The only way, like, we've talked about this in the past, about 3D printing and stuff like that, and, yeah, 3D printing is not there yet. It's not mass market. Once you're buying it in Walmart, then it's mass market. Because then it's easy to use. You just plug it in and then grab your files and you know what I mean? And away you go. Right now, 3D printing, it's a maker's thing. It's a maker's thing. Only people who enjoy fiddling and tinkering with technology have any kind of mastery with 3D printing. 3D sculpting side, 3D sculptors, that's been around for a while, but that's not, that's not new. That's not going to propel 3D printing forward. 3D printing moving forward is when it becomes mass market. It's when you can plug it into the wall, turn it on, just simply select the file you want, and it prints it for you. And it's not there yet. It's not there. So, no. But 10 years from now, very much so. Probably faster than that. Probably 5 years. 3D printers probably, you start getting them in Walmart and stuff like that. That's when it's going to be widely available for everybody and for all sorts of needs, right? Somebody who wants to print jewelry, they can print up a jewelry, right? I broke my favorite mug. I can print up a new mug, right? You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing, right? When it's mass market, it's basically a replicator from Star Trek. Not to get all weird, but I mean, and also the other one too is 3D printing when you can print the colors onto the figure, right? Because that's just around the corner as well. I mean, like Hero Forge has that service. I'm not exactly sure how it all works, but apparently it's there, right? And I mean, once they can work out the resolution and how it looks on the model surface, and because I've seen some pictures how it looks, and it's it's not horrible. It's very passable, but it's not like what it would look like if you painted it yourself to a good degree, right? Put some effort in, and but it's impressive, regardless. But yeah, it's not there yet, but it will be soon, I'm sure. David Vaughn, I'm excited. Just about to start my Cholo Lowrider themed Space Marine faction. Lots of bright and beautiful candy colors, using Indomitus figures for this. Woohoo! Cool. Old Man Logan. Hey there, Kris and monkeys. Happy Way the Brush Day. Emote. Lazy Monkey. Nothing stops a person from molding and recasting a miniature either. It's just a lot easier to share an STL. But I don't see GW distributing STLs anytime soon. Hard to say. I don't see them distributing it either, because, you know, just kind of releasing those files. Like, again, like I said, like, even the artists who are currently sculpting, they're independents, or they might work for a small studio, whatever, and they're creating these STLs. You know, they're doing a lot of work, and when you share it with somebody who hasn't purchased it, you hurt that artist. You're not helping them at all by sharing that file with somebody, even just a friend who's just going to print up one, because then you don't know if that person's going to share it, and you know what I mean, and then it just spreads all over the place, and that person has lost out on a great deal of revenue, potential revenue, that could have continued their work. They could have continued their work, but instead, by sharing the file, you are putting them out of work, and they're not going to create any more. And if you were so clever and such a, you know, smart person, you would have sculpted it, but you didn't. You saw value in that person's work, but then you didn't want to pay for it, even though it might have only been $5 for the file, and then you shared it or pirated it, and you didn't even pay for it. You just, oh yeah, there's a hosting site and it's sharing that file. I got it. Now I can print up as many as I like. Ha ha ha! I'm so clever. No, you fucking hurt that artist. You ass clown. You hurt that artist. That artist is now not able to continue their work that you so loved and thought was so great, and you hurt them. You hurt them. For what? So you didn't have to pay full price? You patted yourself on the back for being so fucking clever? Give me a fucking break. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. Legion. I don't mean selling the STL, but offering a 3D printing service for their older models. It's often not economic to make a new injection mold to sell 20 sprues, but printing them would work fine. Sure, but then that's a lot of work for Games Workshop to do to convert that old sculpt into a 3D format. Like, even if they went through, photometric scanning? Even if they did a photometric scan of that model, that's still a lot of work to even get all that scan produced, then process it, then clean it, get it ready so it is a printable file. That's a lot of work. It's man hours. It's man hours. It doesn't take minutes. It takes hours. You know? It's a lot of work. But people just see the file. Oh, the file. I'll get the file. I got the file. Did you pay for it? No. Got it off the hosting site. Pirated. Whatever. Ha! I'm clever. No. It's not. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, if you want models that were from the past, you know, hunt for them. Pay the price. Yeah, you missed the boat. You know, I mean, who doesn't want to drive a classic car? Who doesn't want to drive a classic car? Classic muscle car. You missed the boat. You missed the boat. Oh well. Admire it. Whatever. But yeah. Legion. It would also save on logistics if those are made to order. Then you don't need a lot of storage space. Right, but it still has to be hosted. They still have to protect their IP because people are going to share that file invariably. So, like, what's the win? What's the win for G-Dubs for converting old models into 3D printable files? How do they win? How do they make money from it, first of all? Because remember, G-Dubs is a business. They don't give a fuck about your hobbying. That's just a marketing gimmick. They don't give a fuck about it. They're only interested in the dollar signs. They're a business. They're about making money. So how do they make money? If you can figure out a way to make money for them, convincing them to print or create 3 STL files of old sculpts, then submit it to them and collect your check for bringing that forward a marketable idea to them. Lazy Monkey, that would be nice if they had a print-on-demand shop sort of thing. Sure. But again, 3D printing is still niche within this niche. It seems like it's really popular, but we're in an echo chamber of Warhammer 40k hobbyness. And it's not a huge market. You know, it's not huge. You might think it's huge, it's not. Just like you think Games Workshop's huge, they're not. As far as big companies go, they're not huge. They're a big company, but they're not huge. Brendan Taylor, I made it. Welcome, B-Man. Lazy Monkey, I don't think Legion was saying scanning their old models, but instead printing the unused object they already created in 3D imagery that they may not be selling directly anymore. Sure, but how do they make money? Again, the sharing of the file, they lose money every time that is shared without somebody paying for it. Why would they want to do that? Why would they want to put something out there that's just going to get pirated the first day? Sure, 100 people might spend, $5 on the file, but there's 1,000 people just waiting for one person to share it, and then boom, it's out there. It's like COVID. One person gets it and it can spread it to 300 other people. Then those 300 people share it to 300 people. You know what I mean? Like, it's a virus. It's a virus. Just because somebody doesn't want to spend $5, just $1. It's not about, sticking it to G-dubs because they charge so much for miniatures. Oh. If you don't like paying the price, then stop buying this shit, you fucking crack addict. Stop buying it. Go into rehab. Go into rehab for miniature addiction. If that even exists, I don't even know. Maybe we'll make a rehab center. Like the Betty Ford. But we'll give it a fun name. A famous war gamer. And we'll give it that clinic name, and it'll have their name, and that's where you go to rid yourself of your addiction of plastic. Leonid Lopez. The only thing GW cares about your hobby is how can we make them spend more on it. Right, exactly. It's a business. G-dubs is not your friend. They're a business. Yes, they seem all warm and fuzzy, and look at all the faces and all the personalities. Look how they're just like me. No, it's a fucking business. It's all marketing. Like, get it through your fucking heads. Like, it's marketing. Once you accept that, then you will be at peace with your hobby. You'll be at peace with it because you go, oh, okay, well, yeah, I know it's a marketing gimmick and blah, blah, blah. I do really like it, though. Maybe I'll buy those paints. Maybe I'll buy that model. I really do like it. I realized all the hype and blah, 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 whatever. But I do like it. Do I need it? Maybe not. So maybe I'll skip this round, right? Yeah. But no, people just buy up every goddamn release. They just buy it all up real fast. It's amazing how many fucking crack addicts are out there just sucking on the dick. Just sucking it. New release. You just squirt it all over me. It's so warm. Right? That's what it is. To me, that's what you guys look like. You're all just, I need all the releases. 2 dicks. Forgeworld and Black Library. 3 dicks. It's all, it's a bukkake party for you. It's a bukkake party. If you're a little kid watching this stream, you should not be watching this stream. I just remembered that my nephews watch this sometimes. Oh, shit. David Vaughn, $1 million idea. Program an STL file that deletes after a single use that's encrypted so that it can be copied. Simple. Sarcasm. Yeah, exactly. Again, yeah. I mean, anybody who can encode that kind of thing, why are they wasting their time coding STL files? They could be they could be working for the NSA, breaking into foreign governments' computers with malware and shit. Yeah, no, That's not going to happen. Frickin'. They could put the printers in their own shops and you could go there and ask for it to be printed, thus keeping the right to their STL files. The files would still leak. The files will still leak. They still would leak. Somebody somewhere, especially disgruntled employees, will release those files. James Kent, quick painting question. Anything I should be mindful of when painting my first metal mini in 20 years? Anything different to plastic ones? Have you never worked in metal minis? Nothing to be really mindful of, just the weight. I highly recommend, using a painting handle, something with some good counterweight. The GW... Oh, jeez, my compressor. Damn, this happens like every week. I forget my compressor's on. Like, the GW handles are fine for styrene plastic, because the handle itself is, heavier than the model. But when you get into metal models, you're going to feel that weight shift every time you move it around. So you need something that is actually a little bit denser, maybe a little bit bigger, and, something bigger that cups and get a hold of. But yeah. Anyway. But yeah, is there anything to really be mindful of? No. Take your time, clean the parts. You might have to fill in gaps, stuff like that, because oftentimes with the old metal minis, the two halves of the mold sometimes will be misaligned, so you end up with this big step running through. And sometimes the way the old classic poses are, they're often kind of a linear pose, and so that mold line will run right through a face, and that is freaking annoying. Again, we were talking about this yesterday about metal miniatures, and I don't miss metal miniatures. I remember them fondly, but I don't really miss them. I prefer working in styrene plastic. It's easy to clean, it's easy to convert, and it's light. Sure, you could throw in a penny into the base, give it a little bit of weight. I know some people out there prefer the miniatures to have some weight to them. A lot of my Guardians have pennies glued into the bases, just for a little bit of weight, because they're so damn light. But yeah. Anyway. But yeah, so James, hopefully that kind of helps. There's really nothing. I mean, it's not like it's radioactive or the paint's gonna fall off it. You can use all the standard water-based acrylic paints, the primers, base coats. You can still use contrast paints on it, and just like inks. I mean, it's painting, man. It's just painting. Don't be afraid of it. It's just painting. Oftentimes with metal miniatures, oftentimes I find that the details are often soft. Like a corner of a detail will be rounded, as opposed to like nice hard sharp edge. That's why it was such an interesting thing when Finecast came out, because it was a lot of the old metal sculpts that were getting the Finecast treatment, and the Finecast, because basically they were taken from the masters and redid the molds, and then they were using the Finecast resin, and you got real nice sharp details as opposed to the metal ones. I don't know if I have any of my old metal Eldar, but yeah, some of them have really soft details as opposed to like something that was converted into Finecast, and it would have nice sharp edges. Now, yes, Finecast is not the best material, but again, the whole Finecast thing, I mean, people just weren't ready for it. The numbskulls out there just weren't used to working with resin, and that was everybody who's there's air bubbles. Well, anybody who was using resin kits and buying the Forgeworld and doing garage kits and stuff like that, yeah, fucking resin has bubbles in it all the time. It's nature of the beast. I mean, shit, you even got them old metal miniatures. They would have bubbles in the surface. The surface would be warped, or again, the mold would be misaligned, and like there was all sorts of issues, but people just want to hate on this shit, and so, and that to me doesn't make sense. That to me doesn't make sense. Unless, of course, it's the words of an addict. It's the words of an addict, really. You talk about like Stockholm syndrome and the beaten wife kind of thing, right? Draw your analogy, whatever. But yeah. Anyway, Wolf Priest Carl, can we quote you on that? Sure, you can always quote me on that. On what? Actually, Wolf Priest, there is a clip button. Go ahead, use it. Use the clip button and clip whatever the nonsense I was saying. Go ahead. I dare you. You won't do it. Zero hobbies. Facts. 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 James and Kent. Betty Forgeworld. That's it. That's it. Betty Forgeworld. It's the Betty Forgeworld Clinic. I love it. That's fucking fantastic. I love it. What time are we at here? Holy cramoles. I was hoping to get to Instagram before we jumped over to the G-Dub reveal, but let me refresh the community page here. Let's see what's going on. What's that? No, that's just that. Oh, the stream has started. The stream has started. They're doing like the the questions. I always saw it in the movie theaters. You know, they would ask you like movie trivia things, and then you guess, and then after a few seconds it reveals the answer, kind of thing. You know, that's fun. You know, it ups the engagement. Twitch Kranos, Way the Brush, episode 351. It's a bukkake party. Have to go get my industrial-sized container of lube. Leonid Lopez. FOMO has been killing hobbyists and increasing the gray pile of shame since ancient times. I don't know what FOMO is. FOMO? What's FOMO? I don't know what that is. Sometimes I'm a bit dense. I don't know what that is. Aaron Seach, episode 351. It's not preview day, it's bukkake day. Everybody's gravitating towards that bukkake. As soon as I threw up bukkake, yeah, everybody's like, oh yeah, it's bukkake party now. Woohoo! Leonid Lopez. There are so many different employees who buy models with their employee discount and then resell it on eBay to get the 20 to 25% in their pockets. Exactly. And that's legit. Right? I'm sure we've all heard that. And I'm sure there's some employees out there who feel salty enough that, you know, I'm getting paid fucking peanuts for this. I put up with this and this. I'm in this store by myself, as far as I understand how G-Dub stores still work. It's like a lone employee who basically, you know, runs the store by themselves. And yeah, they're salty as fuck. And yeah, they buy something on their employee discount, fucking bank the extra. Yeah. You know, the game in the system. And Warhammer 40,000 players always gaming the system, right? It's what tournament players do all the time. And everybody's like, bravo. They're gaming the system. Bravo. Very clever. So clever. Come on. No fucks given. Holy shit, it's hella salty this morning. Salty every day, dude. Every day. What are you talking about? Come on. You're in the Discord. Salty every day. I'm always just at the edge of the red zone. Running hot. I'm like 10,000 RPMs. I'm always ready to blow. Sver Panzerjäger. Love it when you talk dirty, Kris. Lazy Monkey, episode 351. A trip to the Betty Forgeworld Clinic. That's it. That's the title. I love it. That you win. Lazy Monkey, you win. You win the internet. Well, maybe not the internet, just this silly program. But that's it. I love it. Let's jump over here. Sorry, I'm just inputting the titles here. There we go. Optimized. Sver Panzerjäger. Fear of missing out. Oh, FOMO. Oh, fear of missing out. Oh, okay. Yeah. Lazy Monkey, FOMO, fear of missing out. Got you. Thank you, guys. James and Kent, the Kill Team trailer is pretty damn cool. I thought it was very cool. I love how right in the beginning we're like, ooh, it's going to be orcs and Imperial Guard. It's going to be comical. Then you see all that blood squirt onto the orc and like, holy shit, that guy just got murdered. And immediately you're like, holy fuck, this is serious. It's serious now. That man was just killed by a monster. It's serious. And I love it. I love when you just in the first couple seconds of something and it's like, oh, look at this. Especially when you've seen some other, Games Workshop type of animations and stuff like that. officially produced stuff, right? And it's all very, you know, it's kind of G.I. Joe. There's a shit ton of fire, but there's no casualties, right? There's a bunch of planes exploding, but everybody bailed. Then you see this, the kill team intro, and the orc grabs that Imperial Guardsman, and you just see the blood just spray onto him. And you're like, oh, jeez, man. Oh, that guy got fucking murdered. You know, I'm going to turn the sound up on this feed a little bit. That music gets a little annoying after a while. They could up that playlist a little bit. Jobs I've not fear of missing out. Yeah, thank you. Yes, I got it. Jeez. It's like Office Space. I have 8 different managers. You come and tell me how I've messed up. If you haven't watched Office Space, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I don't know what you're doing. I just don't know. I don't know. James can't wait. Bukaki isn't the new name for Dark Eldar, is it? Lazy Monkey. I used to work for a company involved in selling gemstones. Employees there would do the same thing. Buy at discount and resell. It's pretty much universal regardless of industry. Sure. So what is that indicative of? That people are just criminals? Or businesses don't give a shit about their employees and don't pay them a good wage? Which is it? You tell me. Oh, man. Come on. I'm just gonna do that till the stream starts. Holy fuck! I think the air might be a little thin in my office. I've got a fan going, so if you hear a little rumbling sound, that's my fan. There was something I was gonna do. Now I completely forgot what it was. We weren't gonna jump over to the Instagram. Now we're gonna do email yet. If this little kill team reveal goes a little long, yeah. Lazy Monkey, it's indicative of life is complicated. Is it? Is life complicated? Have you ever lived in the woods? Life gets really, really straightforward. If you had to hunt for food, start fire from nothing, make a shelter, yeah, life becomes very straightforward. So no, life's not complicated. Modern life is complicated, but life itself is not complicated. It's very straightforward. You just, really what it is the vast majority of people lack perspective. That this life that we think is so complicated and convoluted and, oh, no, what are we going to do? It's not. You just lack perspective. Round a bunch of you up and drop you off into the woods to survive. Oh, there we go. I think the stream's starting. Yeah, see, I love this. Hold on. We're going to switch windows here. Let's go here. Oh, let's go here. This one? Yeah, this one. I like this. It's like, oh, I'm going to plant my thing. Here we go. Oh, yeah, get this ready. Get it all set up. Got my plunger. Oh, fucking orc. No! He's got him! Oh, no! Oh, shit. He got fucking murdered. Oh. Poor people gotta do it. Then these guys are in for a fight of their lives. Radio guy's like, fuck, the boss ain't answering. He's just letting loose with a triple barrel gun. It's got one clip, but it's got triple barrels. I don't know what the deal is with that. Radio man's dead. Oh. Like, why was a sniper pointing his gun at his sergeant? Why? Why was that? And a good sniper would have lined that shot up a lot sooner. But then again, this fucking thing shows up. Oh no, a little potato's gonna got me. Oh fuck, potato killed me. This guy charges in with his lasgun. I have a lasgun, I'm killing an orc boss. And I'm gonna charge forward. The guy with the sword hung back. Does that make sense? In 40k it does. This guy, holy fuck, I'm gonna light you up, bitch. Oh, burning, oh. It smells like cooked ham in here. Oh, fuck you. I love it. I love that. That's great. It's great. Love it. It's fantastic. It's how I get my jollies in the morning.
Welcome everybody.
Oh, there we go. We got Adam the
special
Flex
Warhammer
Trope
Preview Online
and Eddie.
Octarius Mission Briefing. It is my pleasure to welcome you today. My name is Adam Trope. I'm joined by my friend and colleague, as ever, Eddie Eccles.
It's an absolute pleasure to be here, as always, Adam. I'm particularly excited.
So the boys are talking now.
It's very much my jam.
I'm going to turn it down a little bit more.
We'd love to welcome all of you fine people who have come and joined us here.
Where are we in these comments here?
About 20,000.
Zero hobby. Damn, Kris dropping wisdom.
Delighted to have you here. You've already read my mind.
Lazy Monkey, trying to survive with minimal skills is not complicated? No, it's not.
Where you are tuning in, please do.
Lazy Monkey. Improvising fire is not simple, but time for me to go to work. I'm off. Have fun, monkeys. Later, dude. Later. I'm just gonna sit here and continue to talk shit about these boys here from G-Dubs. Yeah. I'm just here. I just want to see if Kill Team, they are, gonna give us, units and fresh models. Gangs. I want to see if there's 40k gangs coming out. I'll be disappointed if there's no 40k gangs. I will burn this bitch down.
But before we begin in earnest, Eddie, what are you excited about today?
Well, I think
I've been talking the entire time these guys have been talking, so I mean I have not been paying attention.
So, in case
as you may have guessed, in college during lectures, yeah, I was shit at that.
Maybe they just joined us.
They literally just joined us. If you did, and you've somehow been under a rock and not noticed.
I like how Adam drinks his tea.
We had a brand new
two-hander. He's got the two-hander move.
Kill Team drop yesterday, pretty much bang on.
Like it was gonna get away from him.
Super cool. We saw Death Corps Krieg in there. We saw some Orc Commandos. Which I'm very excited about.
Do I have my other camera? I do have my other camera. There we go. So you guys can still see me now. Anyway,
what that brings exactly.
Let's put myself.
To be a good day if you
I should just put myself right in the middle. So it's like I'm sitting between them and I'm interrupting what they're saying. There we go. Hopefully you guys don't want to actually hear what they're saying.
So if you are a 40k fan at all and skirmish gaming appeals, that's going to be a good day for you.
Did he say you're a 40k asshole?
We've got a few other kind of bits and bobs and surprises.
Did he just say that?
Some of the green persuasion.
If you like Warhammer 40,000.
Did he just say that?
I'm quite happy today. I would hope so, at least. I was talking with Raph. We watched that trailer through about 3 or 4 times this afternoon.
Yeah, I've watched that. My son made me watch it again.
Trying to decide.
I like it. It's fun.
Eddie, what is your favourite bit from the trailer?
The animation style feels very familiar.
I really like the squid.
I don't know if it's the same studio that did like the Indominus trailer,
I like the bit where the orc is just kind of like blasting away down range.
I just like
firepower.
Immediately it sets the tone for
fall over because he's been shot.
The game.
But the orc just looks like he's having a great time. All the orcs just sort of look like they're having
It's a lot of fun.
It doesn't look like a bad life, does it? The chat is
Holy man.
Bomb squig.
Where the hell am I?
My favourite bit, I was talking with Raph about it, is you've got the orc up high, sort of blazing away with the shooter, and just like a never-ending stream of solid.
Sphere Panzerjäger, haha. Now I'm done with GW. You're done with GWs? Yeah? You don't do the GWs things anymore? Bunch of Muppets. Yeah? You don't do GWs no more? How come? How come you don't do GWs? How did GW lose you? I mean, you're not alone. I'm sure. I'm not like picking on you or anything like that. I'm just curious. I'm not like defending GWs because, I recognize that they're a business, and in my experiences, many business owners and many big businesses, it requires very scummy practices and very scummy individuals to execute and think up policies that they create. So I hold them in very low regard anyway. So yeah. Leonid Lopez, and that video is translated to, we are going to have a new Kill Team box for about 150 with new rules, so you have to buy all you currently have because we made it obsolete to get your money again. Well, yeah, that's any business. It's like fucking cars. Cars are the same way. What changed from a 2018 to a 2019, Mercedes? Oh, they added the rear view camera, or it's got enhanced braking. I mean, like, come on, people, like, I mean, we're all living in the same world, aren't we? I mean, like,
Welcome to the
like, are some people's horse blinders that big that they don't really see what's really going on around them? Leonid, and of course some of us will. Yeah. Sver, I'm just gonna say Sver Panzer. Is it Sver? Sver Panzer. They got my money. Oh, wrong comment. No, right comment. They got my money. They ain't getting more. Well, sure. I mean, obviously, whatever they're doing, right, is not enticing you to buy more, right? And I'm in the same boat. I don't spend that much money on GW stuff. In the last year or so, I've spent actually more on painting equipment and stuff like that. I don't spend a lot on the models. Oh, here we go. Kill team. Let's go. The ultimate sci-fi skirmish game. It's the ultimate, man. Oh, look at that orc. Yeah, we got new models. Deadly new operatives. Fuck yeah. Death Corps of Krieg. Holy fuck, I hope we see Death Corps of Krieg with Imperial Guard. Like plastic. Oh, these orcs look awesome. Oh, it's the best Warhammer 40,000 skirmish. Oh, I love the bomb squig. Oh, look at the barrel on that guy. Yeah. Guy's reading the instruction manual during a battle. That doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Now, I'm hoping, or maybe they'll talk about it. I should shut up.
Boom.
Right?
There
Boom.
it is.
There it is.
Warhammer 40,000 Kill
Boom.
Team Octarius. Eddie, what do you know?
So this is a brand new edition of Kill Team. I think a lot of people who watched that trailer kind of put two and two together and worked out some of the constituent elements of it. But I think what's really nice to see in that new edition box set is that it's very, very faithful to the trailer and the box set are very, very
looks
aligned.
pretty cool.
It almost a kind of, you know, scene for scene.
I don't know if you really need those big thick gauges,
so
but
right
whatever.
down to kind of the scenery in the background.
Oh, and we were talking about terrain.
There
We've got some
are
orky type
absolutely
terrain.
Stunning. You've got a brand new squad of veteran Krieg guardsmen. You've got a
So it's a mix. There's like orky stuff and Imperial stuff.
Squad of commandos.
Maybe it's just the backside.
You've got loads and loads of scenery in there. You've got all of the kind of rules and everything you need to play. It's an incredibly cool box set. Loads and loads of good stuff in there. And I think it's exactly what fans of Kill Team, the sort of box set they wanted to dive straight into. There's loads to love about it.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. Looking at the shot on the screen where you can see the entire contents of the set laid out,
Yeah.
it is an absolute
It's like a little
monster.
orky village.
I picked up mine from the office yesterday, and it has been
I'm not crazy
sat
about the
next
big
to me in
gauges, though.
cellophane, just like
You see on the very bottom of the
screaming
screen?
at me for
Can you
about
guys see it?
24 hours now.
Yeah. The big
So
stupid
much in
plastic
there.
gauges. I don't know
Krieg
about that.
Rebels collection of orc commandos. Obviously, the Krieg veteran guardsmen are amazing.
I would like to see them
Got
bring back like
orc
the
terrain.
clear
Have
gauges.
we ever had orc terrain
Like clear
before?
plastic,
I
you know?
really
So
can't remember.
we've got some bits and bobs of Oct terrain. We've had like a smattering of it in the past. But what's really cool about this box set is that
Yeah, I
this
like
is
this
an
orky
entire
terrain.
battlefield of Xenos terrain, and that's something we haven't really seen before.
Yeah.
You've certainly been able to kind of, you know, have bits and bobs. of
Looks
it
like they lifted some of the Necromunda stuff.
in the
Those
past.
little
But this
white
box set for the
barricades.
first time
They
basically
look
allows
kind of
you to
like
build an entire orc
from
settlement
Necromunda.
as your kill zone. And obviously, if you're a Warhammer 40,000 player as well, you can use that and expand that across your battlefield to make an entire battlefield.
Because guaranteed, this
like
box set of
an old
terrain is
kind of
they're
scratch
going to park
shanty
this up,
town,
and obviously they're going to sell it, right? So you get the
that
little
can fight
barricades, you're going to get the
across,
big buildings.
You've got multi-leveled buildings in
Right.
there. There's what looks to be some kind of like orc drilling power plant generatory thing. If you go back and watch the trailer, you can kind of pick out some of the bits and.
Because here's the
scenery
fun part,
that
right?
Shows up in this box set.
You know, I'm going to turn these guys down just a little bit here. I
There's
just
also
want
things
to
like
make this one
barricades.
point.
The barricades are kind of by the,
Everybody out there who remembers Gorka Morka fondly, well, now we have a big terrain set. We have the possibility of custom orc, you know, models and sculpts. There's all sorts of crazy orc vehicles. Like, why not redo Gorka Morka just as a one-off box set? You know, they can just sell it as a one-off, like the original. And although they did have the one expansion, but you can just amalgamate them all into one box set and just give us, you know, Gorka Morka with all the updated models. And with this nice orky terrain, you know what I mean? You make this little coliseum or this little racetrack or whatever, and you have, you know, you have Gorka Morka again. It's all it takes. It's all it takes. Oh, I got the screen all fucked up here. Hold on. Fucking with my eye holes. Where the hell am I here? James Kent, you need a row silhouette cinema seats and a couple of robots for these recent release streams. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun if I had like little puppets. Like if I took Baby Yoda and I don't know. Oh, I've got the little what the fuck are they called from Scorn in Hordes, War Machine Hordes, Warma Hordes. Oh, I can't remember. Agonizers. Little agonizers. I got the little agonizers and I have them beside me. Yeah. Oh. Okay, hold on. Okay, shut up. I want to hear this.
Like characterful models, and in answer to a question.
Oh, look at the burner boy. He's got
what
scars
the grapple gun you saw
on his arm.
Yeah, so there's loads of really cool
awesome.
things about this commando set. I think one of the things that obviously you'll notice if you're familiar with the current commandos is this isn't just a squad of guys with sluggers and choppers. This is a squad of specialists. So you've got loads and loads of options in the set. It's not just
fucking grot looks
and
awesome.
chop them up being stealthy. You've got a guy in there who's got like a sniper rifle with like a scope on, so he's kind of leaning into.
Now, are these guys like supposed to be like Blood Axe commandos? Is that what they are?
Orc there with like an enormous great battering ram. That's kind of he's the guy who runs in and batters down.
I love the burner boy
and stuff, but also that's going to make
he's
a mess.
awesome.
So pretty much anything it slams into, you can.
And I like the guy who looks like he's, I don't know if that's a sniper or if that's just a big barreled machine gun up in the upper right.
There, who's kind of kitted out with loads of kind of spec ops gear. He's got his kind of hat and scope and
the boss looks cool
and stuff.
Too.
He's got loads and loads of stuff, and that is the guy from the cinematic trailer as well. You've got the burner boy
that's
again.
The guy?
We saw him in the cinematic trailer, so I think a bunch of these guys are very familiar to anyone who's in that trailer. And you've got the grot. So as you see with a lot of the kind of rabble that kind of follow them around, and the grot is one of these.
Yeah, the grot looks awesome.
I suppose
Love
highly trained might be putting it
that's
too
hilarious.
generously, but he's probably one of the sneakiest of all the grots, and who'll naturally gravitate towards.
Like he looks like he's better equipped than the orcs.
A very fun little characterful guy, and in game terms, effectively what this guy does is he's very, very fast and sneaky at getting around, and he can grab your objectives while your orcs can are doing the
grab your objectives.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more.
Big shout out to whoever modeled.
Oh yeah, the squig. I love the squig.
To the bottom of his nose as well.
Look at the guy in the middle.
It's really, really fun.
The big
what's wonderful about all of these
electric gun or something? I don't know.
They lean really heavily into that.
Oh, I love the dude on the left, the far left, with the submachine gun.
So you've got all the kind
and
of.
he's got like the little commando tube. He's like a little spec op.
Really
that's hilarious.
So got like combat knives and little pouches, and they look like the idea of I suppose like a real commando, but kind of orcified.
It's fucking SEAL Team 6 here.
Bottom left there, you've got a Dakka boy. That's similar to the idea.
Like
the
guy on the far right. Like, why is he wearing scuba gear?
With that enormous great drum mag. You've got
just in case they're in water, I guess.
The slasher boy.
The bomb squig's hilarious. Love the bomb squig.
His thing is sneaking around and chopping people up with huge
This is
knives.
hilarious.
You've got the comms specialist in the middle there. His comms also double as a kind of short-range blast pistol thing, just because orcs are going to be as a weapon, even if it also needs to be a radio.
Yeah, that's
you've
cool.
got a rocket boy there, and then you've got the squig in the middle there, which is again very faithfully captured in that cinematic trailer. He looks just like him, and he looks like
Reese Taylor, buzzing. I will take 5 of them. Yeah, exactly.
Of it all,
Aaron Siege, just take my fucking money.
Tri-barreled big shooter.
Leonid Lopez.
He's got one of
shut up,
those,
take my money.
Sort of, knitted woolen hats.
Zverev Panzer Jaeger.
Sort of like Royal Marines Commando.
Same stuff, rehashed, and soon to be
from World War II.
dived up for over $100. Total clowns. Yeah, exactly. But you're talking to a crowd of addicts. So it is a tough argument to make.
There's a nice close-up on
B-Man. Man, I love some Gorka Morka. Yeah, exactly right.
It's really nice about these.
They just redid some Gorka Morka with this shit.
You could probably use them for almost any orc clan. Like you could definitely paint this guy up whatever color you wanted to. But they look very Blood Axe, which is kind of your typical orc commandos. A lot.
Yeah, they're like the Blood Axe commandos.
Blood Axe thing.
What is a breacher boy?
A breacher boy is like your guy who
it's a battering ram.
Clears buildings, right? So if the enemy's hiding in a bunker, this is the guy who runs up enthusiastically and just smashes through the front door, and then continues to smash through whatever was hiding inside.
That's hilarious.
So he's got loads of
tactical key right there.
He's got a tactical key, absolutely. Yeah, so really fun. It's like we haven't seen anything like this before, and it's really leaning into that kind of special operative sort of idea.
Here's a nitpicky thing. We're looking at this model right now with that battering ram. But was the oxidization in the wrong direction on that piston? Eh? Just a nitpicky thing.
Well, which is really cool. So you'll start to be able to use these models and
looks like he's got a pack of smokes up on his shoulder.
You can and kill
oh, he's got both shoulders.
Kind of ported over into.
He's got a wicked smoking habit, apparently.
This guy's very cool, the Slasher Boy. He's got loads of knives. You can't quite see it there, but he's got more knives on his back.
It looks like the baddie out of an 80s action movie, doesn't he?
He definitely does.
Yeah.
So he's got knives that he stabs you
really
with.
cool.
He's got knives that he throws at you.
His knives got the brass knuckles thing going on.
Super sneaky rules, so he can kind of attack and kill people without setting the alarm off, sort of thing. So he's really useful. As you'd imagine, he's pretty deadly in close combat as well.
And probably the internet's favourites, the Bomb Squig and Commando Grot. I really just the Commando Grot is just so charming. It's like a
I want to see a full
the big boggly eyes,
kill team of Commando Grots.
But who are we kidding?
Grot Team
Grapple
6.
Gun,
I want to see Grot Team 6 now.
With a mouthful of grenades. It's everything.
What a great duo. And they've put an awful lot of dynamite on that Bomb Squig, haven't they? There's a lot of explosives. He's got
Not dead
mine
yet.
underneath him,
The
he's
far
got
left
laser
guy
himself, he's got
looks
a
like an
little
old
radio
Blood X Commando. Yeah, he does.
presumably blows it up.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
I
didn't really care for those sculpts back in the day.
We've seen a few different
So it's a fun nod.
Of Squigs in 40k over the years, but this guy.
Aaron Siege, orc version of Low Light from G.I. Joe on the left, lower left, yeah.
And here is the side I'm maybe marginally more excited about, but I'm.
Now these are cool.
The Deathcore of Krieg veteran.
I mean, they're not going to be as characterful as
outstanding models.
You know, the Orkies.
Really in line with that
but
fantastic imagery.
They do look pretty darn cool.
By the Forgeworld
and they look bigger than regular Imperial Guard models.
I don't know, 15 years ago, something like that. And these have really stayed true to that, but with some additional.
The guy on the far right that's charging forward with the bayonet, guaranteed you're going to see that in lots of people's armies.
Yeah, so this isn't a kind of. It's not quite the same as the Cadian and Catachan plastics we've seen for Guard before. This is very definitely a veteran squad of guardsmen. So what you see.
Buddy reading the Imperial primer on the far left. Is that what I'm assuming there? Holding a book.
Commandos and the Death Corps of Krieg is that this is
I'm not sure
that's been designed for kill team.
If you need a book.
So you've got things like the
in the middle of combat.
You've got the medics,
oh, Buddy's got like a cyborg hand on the far left.
You've got the guy who's
and he's got medals.
Sniper.
Jeez, he must be the officer.
All the different things that you'd hope to have in a kill team can be represented, and there's options in the kit as well to let you kind of either build them as your standard guardsman or to kind of build them as one of those specialists, as well as different kind of special weapons.
Yeah, they're pretty darn cool.
You'd hope to have in that set, basically.
Yeah, we'll bust open the boxes in a little while and have a look at the frames, but there's more options even.
Drill out the barrels.
Yeah. So
why doesn't GW ever drill out the barrels?
The veteran sergeant.
Why? Why?
Kind of. One of the fun things about the Kriegers is they all
G-dubs,
have,
why? Why don't you drill out the barrels?
Basically, don't they? They've all, the gas mask gives them that kind of like slightly impersonal look.
Is it for all the autism kids like me that go drill out the barrels and you don't? Just to trigger people?
And there's like minor little variations across the different miniatures to help you represent.
I dig this guy. He looks cool. I mean, you know.
Or the sergeant. So this guy got a slightly.
He's an Imperial Guard guy. I mean, I'm like, whoa, I gotta get it. But it's pretty cool. And yeah, I'd like to see like an actual, Death Corps of Krieg regiment box. Hopefully, in the future, we do get that box. Yeah, he's reading a book. He's got a little rosary in his hand.
Is effectively one of your guys who is particularly pious, who can, is extra driven and represented through this miniature by carrying his Imperial Primer around with him and his rosary beads. So his faith in the Emperor is higher than even the other Krieg guys, which is saying something. So he's extra dedicated to the Imperial cult.
Interesting. Yeah, I like the sculpts.
Yeah, so this
These
is a
are
hardened
cool.
veteran. If you look at this guy, you can see that he's not only has he got some extra.
Oh, I like how you see like his robotic arm under his coat.
Kind of heroic sacrifices that he's made earlier on. He's also lost an arm, so his I think left arm you can see there from how I'm looking at it is.
I like the las gun too.
Bionic.
I like how it looks like a rifle.
So
I like
it's got like the butt, the stock like a rifle. I like that.
The elbow.
I haven't noticed. That's really nice. Yeah.
Which is a really lovely sculpting detail. And he's in the middle of a mag change. Look at the magazine well on the las gun.
Oh, yeah.
It's empty, and he's clasping that in his little bionic hand.
It looks like he means business as well. Like he's just kind of he's unhurried. I think is the
medals.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
There you go. So
little medic
veteran. This is a really nice.
Not sure where he's going to stick that syringe.
Might recognise that medic bag. I think we might have shown that in a rumor engine previously. But this is a guy who, well, I mean, depends how badly you've been hit, I suppose. But if some of you guys get hit and go down, he can kind of run over and help you back up again.
Yeah, that's cool.
Really, really nice little thematic details on it. So you've got, if you look at the head, he's got that kind of apothecary symbol on his helmet, which is different from the rest of the Kriegers. He obviously has his
Hey, yeah, he's got a
bag
fucking
of
job to
goodness
do.
knows what,
He's a medic.
To inject people to kind of get them back and fighting.
James McCann, why don't GW put shallow dent where the gun barrels should be drilled to make it easier for us?
You get in the set,
well, that's exactly it. Because it'll make it easy for you.
Picture with fantastic terrain.
Yeah, I like the terrain. Now, am I correct in assuming that this is brand new terrain?
I think we've also got an example of everything that's in, we'll get to that in a minute. So this is the terrain separately.
Yeah.
Which, go on, after you.
Oh no, so it's just a really great set of terrain, isn't it? So we've seen with
those little piles of junk, you can tell that they're just a single press of plastic. They're not like, you know,
what's really nice about it is it's a whole Xenos battlefield. And you've got levels in there, which.
And we were just talking about this earlier, that G-Dubs has got to start putting up more Xenos type of stuff. And this is really cool.
You need to make sure you've got good.
So I fully support this
it's all about kind of sneaking and stealth as well as
on their behalf, as far as you know.
You're meant to have a fairly dense battlefield to play it across.
Just making good terrain. I mean, like encouraging people to play on varying different terrain surfaces, right? Can't always be a fucking Imperial world or in the middle of a forest or something, right?
Keep those questions coming, guys, by the way. I've got about a dozen or so questions to answer.
Yeah.
Once we've had a look inside the box. Here is the complete contents of the Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team Octarius launch set, and in it you see the Orc Commando Kill Team.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about the gauges. I wish they'd go back to like a clear plastic for the gauges, and not quite as thick looking.
A game board,
but you know,
combat gauges and dice, and we'll talk a little bit more about combat gauges in a little while.
Oh, he's talking about combat gauges.
54 tactical.
Are these guys listening to me?
And obviously your terrain.
Do they have me on their stream?
Yeah, there's a lot in the box. I've got my box next to me as well, and it's pretty heavy.
Are they just listening for if I'm going to talk shit about them? Like if I call Adam Flex again?
It just looks like a hefty, chunky box. Shall we have a look inside and see if we can?
We can, and I have tried to set up what I would call unboxing cam.
He's going to unbox it.
My hand. There we go.
Looks like a big box. Looks thick too. It's got to be thick. Oh yeah, that's like the Dominion and Indominus box set. Is he using sprue cutters to open that?
Have we got any
Are you kidding me?
Particularly about the contents of the box?
He doesn't have a hobby knife around he could use? Come on, Flex. I wonder if we can make that catch on. Keep calling him Flex. If he's going to be like, fuck, who keeps calling me Flex?
So there will be
who's fucking calling me Flex? Some asshole on YouTube.
But the good news is
he's just some asshole. Pay it no mind. He's just an asshole. I'm out of coffee. Fuck.
The elements will be made available separately in the future. So there's nothing that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Box set. If you want to get it in this,
I think we all understand the standard operating procedure that G-Dub's been operating under for last decade or so. We get these big box sets, gives us a couple new factions, terrain, whatever's, and then it's all sold separately, of course. Like 4 or 5 months down the road, right?
Be around forever. Another question as we open the boxes: are the miniatures push fit or multi-part?
That's a great question. I'm going to open mine and enjoy. I know some people like to enjoy the smell of their box set. I'm definitely one of them as they open it, which is
I always enjoy the smell.
Because it's made in Nottingham, right, which is where I live. So you would imagine it just smells like where I live. But there's something magical about box sets. They just always seem to smell really nice.
Yeah, I like the terrain.
It's just me.
I'm more excited about the fucking terrain than anything, really.
A lot of terrain. So a question that popped up in the chat was: are the orc glyphs sculpted on?
Reese Taylor. There's a camera in the corner of your room, Kris. They're always watching. Ew, that's creepy. Yeah, see those gauges? I don't like those gauges. But see, they're part of the sprue. Oh, no, they're separate sprue.
So one of the things that
I thought they were part of the terrain sprue. I was like, huh.
There are loads and loads of options in this.
Yeah, see the big junk piles? They're just single press. You could tell by the way the details lengthen at the base.
Well, let me join you then.
Oh yeah, look at all the orky parts.
Here you can see an orc sprue.
They're multi-part. They're not press fit. That's cool.
I'll do my best to just hold it steady for a moment. Chat. And you can feast your eyes and try and work out what's going on. Obviously.
That's cool. That's very cool.
So good luck.
So yeah, like guaranteed, these are the sprues we see in the far future when these orcs get released.
You can probably build every model in at least 2 different configurations of combinations.
What I don't like is when they do multi-factions on the sprue.
I'm also seeing alternate heads for the
You know,
Grox, so
like
if you ended up with a few of those
what box set
picks,
was
you'd be
that?
able to have,
Where they had like Chaos and
Well, I have a few.
somebody else on the same sprue. It's like
Not all of these things, all of the models in this box are plastic. It would be the first one. There are 100.
it's better when they keep the faction on the same on the sprue, because you know that they'll release that later on, you know, for sale.
The death core of Kris.
Because again, it's all about getting the sales, right?
There are 171 components, so even more, and you can see just helmets and hello. The chat's been asking for one particular thing. I'm going to raise it up so you can get a sense. I don't know if the camera will focus.
A shovel?
Somebody was saying, "Is there an entrenching tool right by my index finger?" Boom.
It's a big fuck off shovel.
Some shovelly goodness, and actually, there are shovels.
I want to hear him say, "Yeah, it's a big fuck off shovel." I want to hear him say it. Look at this, Eddie. It's a big fuck off shovel.
I reckon you might actually have a entrenching tool surface by the time we're done. I wouldn't like to bet my life on it. There's a lot of grenades as well. If you like grenades, and I do.
That sprue, like that looks like you could assemble like just a regular regiment of
dudes. The idea
dudes.
is that you customize your miniatures and try and make them your own, and you know you decide that this one's going to have
Like,
lots of
call
grenades,
me
this one's gonna
crazy,
be,
but that looks like
have all the kind of
like a unit.
Or this one's going to be the comms guy. And have
That's
all the
10
kind of
dudes on that
comms
sprue.
stuff. So
Are
there's
both
loads-
sprues identical? It doesn't
there's
look like
lots
it.
of stuff in terms of how you build your miniatures, kind of almost out,
Doesn't look like
out
it.
of the sprue, as it were, as the kind of standardized stuff. But there's also lots of stuff in there to help you customize them. So you know you can have loads of pouches on it.
Adam, show us the sprues.
You can customize the base with like extra entrenching tools
Flex.
and things, or not.
Sprue. Show us the
there's kind of
sprue.
loose las guns
God
mixed in
damn it.
amongst there as well.
I'm seeing a lot of specialist weapons. So far, I've spotted a melter gun, a grenade launcher, a flamer. The grenade launcher looks awesome, by the way. He's got the breach.
No fucks given. Terrain is the only reason I bought the base box set. I bought 3, and I still have 2 squads of firewares I'll never use. Sell them off or trade them, whatever. Zero hobbies. The small piles look like the Speed Freak scenery. Is that what it is? It's the Speed Freak scenery? Interesting. So are you saying that the Speed Freaks box has this orc stuff, or is it just the piles are from that? Because it looked like the piles were on the same sprues as other stuff from that was in the picture. So I don't know. I'm not that familiar. I never picked up the Speed Freak box set. So
are these compatible with scale-wise with the Deathcore Krieg models which Forgeworld have been making? Looking at them by eye, I'd say they're going to fit very nicely. What we can do in the week.
You said they fit very nicely. You didn't say they're the same scale though.
Walk on social media for you all to see.
Yeah, so
you'll be quite pleased actually.
I'm just having a look through the orc sprue.
It's not just what they say; it's what they don't say.
You can build almost every orc as a standard commando, were you so inclined. So if you just want to have them all with slugger and chopper, I think you can probably do it. There's also some options there for the orc knob I can see. So the one we've seen so far already has a power claw, but there's also definitely a huge chopper in here as well if you wanted to kit him out with something a bit less technically advanced. It looks like
if we go back to the big cam, Raf, I can show you. Some people were asking about the heads and sort of how they were attached. Let me show you a couple on the frame.
Oh, so they can do some head swaps?
So here you can see the back of the head is probably where it's most useful. The head, that's it, it's like a whole separate item. So obviously it has the
it's got the hose
piping that
attached
goes
to that.
down towards the rebreather apparatus.
Right, but I think more people are more concerned if it has that curvature, so that the head can be kind of multi-posed.
If you wanted to do head swaps, I don't know, maybe you fancy Cadian heads on your neck. I think without too
because they
much
got the nice long
work,
coats to them, right? Like the uniform to the Death Corps looked really cool. And if you put like a regular kind of Imperial Guard head on it, you've got a different troop, right?
The terrain is chunky. I'm not going to lie, that's a heavy piece of plastic.
Yeah, it's a big
the terrain
piece.
is big. I was, maybe don't get quite a scale of it from the pictures we've seen so far, but it's at least as big as the Adeptus Mechanicus terrain we've seen so far. Because I suppose it's orc scale, isn't it? And you've got like some nice big doors on there as well, and kind of big generator fans. Looks like bits of it have been looted from kind of fallen Imperial stuff, but there's an awful lot of
so
kind of
again, like we were talking earlier in the video today,
so this here,
hopefully G-Dubs kind of pulls their collective thumb out of their ass and starts producing more Xenos type stuff, especially for like terrain and things like that.
We have what looks like a big stick with skulls on, and then 2 like
I don't care for these things.
With skulls on. What's the story with these then?
Yeah, so one of the things about the new edition of Kill Team is that it doesn't use tape measures in the traditional sense. So what you have are various what you have is various different movement amounts that things can move. So those markers that you have represent like short range, medium range, long range, and the kind of longest range. And when you talk about how far a model can move, it will be in multiples of those. So it will say like it can move the narrow edge 3 times, or the long thing once, or something like that. And also things like pistol ranges.
So
might
wait,
be
hold on.
represented by the pistol
They're getting rid of the
length
ranges
of one of those.
so that you can move 3 things.
Because somebody said, please show the big creep.
This is
through. So I thought,
40
sure,
rods
I
to
can
the
do that while
hog's
they're
head
talking.
for sure.
I'm very
This is how
excited
imperial
to
measurements
learn more
work.
about the rules. There's
Just an
fellow
arbitrary
who's head of
distance.
our global events.
Yeah, he can shoot 4 rods
and he's been telling
away.
me all about it.
I got 40 rods to the hog's head,
team.
and that's the way I like it.
I'm super excited for what sounds like a really different way of playing. It sounds really exciting.
Clayton Tate, there he is. Hey, what's happening? Oh, hail Commando Grot. Yeah, exactly. I love the Commando Grot. It's awesome. I like it.
So,
James Kent, Orc players are wetting themselves over those sprues. Oh, definitely. Definitely.
we have a Kill Team core book, which runs in at
Spare Panzer, they're probably foaming at the mouth. Yeah.
He says 142 pages.
James can't wait because inches are too complex.
and
Yeah,
this
apparently
is a little
inches is too
flick-through
complex a
guide.
measuring
It does
system for
look
everybody.
nice. Yeah, somebody says it looks
Again,
chunky, I agree. So,
you know,
produced by the
you're
way.
talking to addicts here, and
So
you're
the
talking to
context
twitchy
we have,
kids
welcome to the
who
Kill
can't
Zone.
hold those
Years
tape
of
measures,
war,
and they're always probably
war,
cutting themselves on the tape
open
measures,
play,
right?
match
So they
play,
said, you know what?
spec ops,
Let's make
narrative
big
play, which
fuck
sounds
off
awesome.
fat measuring
And then,
sticks
appendix
where they only have to
segment,
measure
segment.
3
And
things.
then
So
throughout
it's
it,
3
obviously, all the things
sticks.
you would expect from the core book
Like,
from a
well,
game made by the Warhammer Studio. In introduction to the things.
Because these kids are too
Fantastic.
twitchy these
Oh,
days. They
some of the art on
need
this
something
is
bigger that they can hold on
absolutely
to.
brilliant. That is a Tau Firewall
Jeez,
negotiation.
a Firewall about to get fucking shot in the back of the head.
Negotiation.
Looks
Yeah,
like
this is
that
looking
one
really
from
lovely.
old
Owen,
photo before the
thanks for
Vietnam,
helping. I'm
during the
sure some
Vietnam
chat
War,
really like it.
buddy in Saigon getting shot in the head.
Yeah,
I'm
so
sure you've all
those
seen
big
that
chunky core
image.
books. So that effectively inside this box, you've got the kind of core Kill Team manual, which is all the things you need to kind of play any game of Kill Team. So your kind of core rules and how you'd apply that to kind of match play campaigns or to narrative campaigns. And both of those have been really carefully thought about for this edition of Kill Team. One of the things that's been really successful with the last edition of Warhammer 40,000 and then with Age of Sigmar is that idea of kind of ongoing narrative campaigns and how you can kind
Each
of
page was a paragraph.
evolve and develop your warriors as the game goes on, and that's kind of been taken into Kill Team.
Guess
as
they
well,
know
which is
their
really
audience
cool.
too. They're all nearsighted.
And then the match play. Kill
Glasses
Team's always
wearing
been
kids.
a really
Twitchy
slick
glasses
match
wearing
play
kids.
experience, and the new edition is going to be no exception.
With a
One of the
fresh
things
bottle
worth
of
saying
Ritalin.
is the board tile you get in there is the same size and scope as the previous edition of Kill Team. So if you've got any of the terrain box sets from the last edition of Kill Team that came with your 32 by I think it's 22 by 32 board pack, that all still works. All your terrain, all the kill zones that you might have made previously are all work with the new edition of Kill Team. So you don't have to worry too much about.
That's pretty darn cool.
Throw out all your own terrain and get new stuff. But you kind of want a cool Kill Team.
So somebody said, question, can you show us a stat
Clayton
block?
Tate, I
Assuming
think
a stat
it's
block, you mean
kids
like a
in the
date sheet or something like that.
age
These are
10
the veteran guards and
instead of
veteran
13,
guards here.
yeah.
So let's have a cheeky little look.
Spare
I'll
Panzer
be honest, I don't know what
is
all
the same
words
as
mean
unicorns
because
to
I haven't read
leprechauns.
the
Yeah,
rules.
exactly.
Yeah, so this edition of Kill
Hail
Team
Bop,
is,
heyo, heyo.
fundamentally
Clayton with
rebuilt
pointy
from the
heads.
ground up
With
to
pointy
be a
heads.
Complete rework, isn't it? And it looks
complete rework. Obviously, we don't really have the time in this preview to kind of talk through the rules in detail.
If only we had an entire community website where we could feature articles explaining every detail, Eddie.
If only, Adam, and luckily we do. So if you follow the Warhammer community website over the next
Tokens?
Days and weeks, we will tell you
I like
all
lots of
about
tokens.
I'll come back.
the rules for the new edition of Kill Team, and there's loads and loads of stuff in there. One of the things worth saying as well, obviously, is it just Orcs and Astrum Retirement? It isn't. The back of the rulebook has a picture of some Space Marines and some Chaos Space Marines having a fight. So all of the factions that you'd expect to be in the new edition of Kill Team have made the transition into the new edition as well, and they could carry on their fight and
That's
their
okay.
battle. But I think a lot of people are eyeing up those Krieg and Orcs, which have been, for the first time really, plastic kits that have been designed with the intention of creating a kill team, which is really exciting almost as a concept just for Warhammer 40,000, because forever Kill Team has been a place where the units that you use in your army have kind of made the transition. You can make kill teams out of them, but they've never been made with that intent. Whereas now you've got kind of spec ops units specially designed to be kill teams. And if you kind of extrapolate that across the rest of Warhammer 40,000 and what the future might hold, it starts to be really exciting. So no more details on that just yet, but that could be pretty.
So
cool.
is he confirming what we just talked about
little
earlier?
Card packs, so you can slide the cards out. I'm very excited. Right, but I feel like a kid in a sweet shop, and I should probably be a grown-up on a live stream. So let me look at some of these questions. Can we build a standard infantry squad with these Krieg models? Yes. Looking at it, yes. As in, you can have 10 Astra Militarum guardsmen with las guns.
Buy 100 of these box sets, and you got enough for an army. Go ahead, do it. You really want your want your Death Corps of Krieg in plastic? Go right ahead. Buy 100 of those boxes.
Can we get
Feel
the
free.
artwork separate? Probably at some point. Yeah.
We can probably do that.
That doesn't seem unreasonable. Has the size of kill teams in average game increased? Remains to be seen. Looking at it, I'd say about the same sort of size.
Yeah, so list building is different in the new edition of Kill Team. Obviously, it's brand new rules, brand new.
Hellbop still chuckling away at
environments,
Scion Joe.
So the points
James
change.
Kent,
So
we won't discuss the stat lines in the stream because we can't handle the almost inevitable negativity in the comments.
Miniatures in your Kill Team.
My first official kill.
They just ignore it.
roll, half the dice went on the floor.
And there's a bunch of moderators who probably get
I
rid of
don't
people
know,
anyway.
because,
So
ones on the floor don't count. There you go. 2 6s, 2 1s, 2 2s, and a 4. Almost statistically average.
There you go.
I'll take that. Somebody said, can I count the number of heads on the Death Court of Krieg sprue? I was once asked to do a very public challenge while I was on a hangout and hobby. My wife leaned through the door and passed me a jar of crinkle cut beetroot and said, could I open it? And suddenly I was being watched by like nearly 1,000 people opening a jar. So counting Krieg heads feels like a similar sort of feat of skill, and we'll leave it at that. I am aware we have.
What, I didn't even catch what all that meant.
Set for quite a while, Eddie.
And I've been watching it from the beginning.
It is amazing. Let me just quickly rattle through those questions I was writing down and see if there's any others that we can cover. Is it a limited edition / made to order? It's going to be available whilst it lasts. All the constituent components within it that you might need for the rest of your collection will be available at some point as well. So don't panic, but do buy it if you like the look of it. Are the new rules new? Yes, they're entirely new and designed especially for awesome skirmish combat. Miniatures are not push fit. It's a multi-part.
They're designed for awesome skirmish combat.
Models throughout the rest of the Warhammer 40,000 range. Are
What does
there
that
rules
mean?
for other teams and factions within the new edition? Yes. Not inside the box, is that right?
Like, is there any rules
Yeah,
for
that's true. Yeah,
not
there'll be
awesome skirmish combat?
released alongside Kill Team at launch, which effectively rounds up all the rest of the stuff in Warhammer 40,000 and allows you to carry on playing with all the different factions.
There's a question in the stream that says, is there stuff other than Kill Team in this stream? Yes, that's why Raph is trying to move us along, because I spent too long being excited about my box.
He said he was excited about his box.
Yes, is there a good way to get into Kill? Is this a good way to get into Kill Team? I'd say it might be the best way to get into
Could well be the best way ever. Yeah.
Is there a shovel? At least 3, I think 4.
At least 3. It could be 4.
Will they be available separately later?
Really,
Yes.
people are losing their minds over the
Yes.
shovel?
When? Soon?
Like,
Will Chaos Space
what was that
have
word?
rooms in this new edition?
What was
I
that
don't
word
know, 'cause
somebody
I don't
used?
know what stats
Numpty?
mean in Kill Team yet.
It sounds like
I
there's a
think
bunch of
people
fucking
got loads
numpties
of
in there,
words.
in their
Right.
fucking Discord chat.
This has been amazing. I hope you're as excited
of
about Kill
tools.
Teams as we are. Why don't we play another video and we'll be right back.
Oh, another video. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. I'm gonna turn this up. Fucking just crank this. Alright, let's go.
Commander, the intelligence report has arrived.
Maximus.
Finally. Put it on the screen.
Open mission is completely overrun.
Hello.
Boxcars and all Premises evacuation code Omega 44. All personnel with clearance Delta or above. This is report to the nearest. We need reinforcements. Copy. Final evacuation order. Pilot is gone. Move!
Which system is this? What am I looking at?
All of them, sir. The entire sector.
Equipment! His arrogance is called in. This is General Order Alpha 9. Xenos threat level forlorn. Report. I want everything you have on Sigma Starry now!
Issue Order 827 Extremis. Activate the kill teams. I need to know what's going on in the Octaria sector.
Okay.
Boom, there it is.
Now, how come
Cleanser to,
when they are, showing a lot of 40k stuff and, getting you into the whole galactic scope of things, and they always show all the spaceships, how come they don't fucking have Battlefleet Gothic available? Why? Why not? I'm asking G-Dubs. I'm not asking actually you guys. I'm asking G-Dubs. G-Dubs. Why? And I'm saying G-dubs. G-dub. This is very Panzer. Muppets. Yeah, you said it earlier. Muppets. Yeah, Muppets. But it's Muppets in the chat, though. It's Muppets in the chat. Hail Bop. Still waiting for the Forge World to restock some of those Krieg horses, boys. Don't think they will now, but I'm still holding out hope. Oh, that's why it's called hope, right? Clayton Tate. Decock. Decock troopers? Is that what everybody calls them? Decock? Anyway. Fighting demon princes with shovels is amazing. Yeah, I bet. Mike Grimshaw. I think there's Krieg memes about using their shovels as weapons, charging into the enemy. Oh, see, I don't pay attention to a lot of memes, especially 40k memes. Reese Taylor. Haha, my shovel is bigger than yours. Ooh. Are we missing something?
We haven't really explored this.
I guess I should stop talking and bitching, right?
In kind of, footers and codexes and stuff.
This doesn't look like a kill team.
In the odd bit of fiction here and there, but this is the first time we're really going to dive into that sector in detail and find out what's going on. And there's an awful lot of stuff going on from a kind of political perspective in there. You've got inquisitors with various different agendas who think that they should let the tyrannies win, or some of them think they should let the orcs win, or some of them think they should keep them contained. Some of them think that's the terrible idea.
See, when they do these pictures, though,
shadowy figures pulling.
I always like looking through the background and seeing, like,
on the front lines,
if there's any kind of Easter eggs and
battle going on between the Tyranids and the orcs and the Imperium. That
sneaky previews of things to come.
This sector, and all of this is wrapped up in a new campaign book that brings loads and loads of narrative, but also brings loads of
you got to look at all the terrain, all the models,
ways to play through this narrative campaign, and also some different rules for some different armies, as you would expect. So it's a really fun thing for Warhammer 40,000 if you're into your narrative particularly.
It also gives people from quite a wide spectrum something to be excited about for Warhammer 40,000. Essentially, if you are Imperial from a number of different sort of factional leanings, if you're into orcs, if you're into the Tyranid hordes, then there is something here for you, and that is.
Is it me or the orcs in the foreground different?
That's cool. We are not done by any stretch. Should we go to what I think might be your favourite segment?
I got pretty excited about Kill Team, but this might also be my favourite segment.
Right, here we go.
Right, you gits. Enough mucking about with them plans. The boss says it's time for the war. And the homies think they know what's coming for them. But what they don't know is we've got even bigger squigs.
Oh.
Squigs so big they can pull an old rig of boys, and they're dead killing. The boss has got himself a squig with massive teeth to ride on.
That's cool.
He ain't gonna walk like the rest of you sad lungs.
Like the boss.
What? Oh, he is. Well, he's the boss. He can do what he's on the
looks
world
cool
likes.
too.
The homies reckon they's got a gargan all nice and dead. They'll never suspect the boss is using it as a super shooty command center. Also, I heard the great white squig is here with that hard as nails boss scragbait. So even the regular boys have got some new stuff.
Oh, those are cool.
And about them copters, the mechs forgot how to build since Blackreach. Well, they remembered them again.
Cool.
Right, that's the signal, boys. Time to get stuck in.
I like that war boss. He looks cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't even play orcs.
What an amazing!
I've collected orcs in the
trailer.
past.
So much stuff,
but
for the orcs.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Big shout out to the.
I love the big
as well.
squigs.
Maybe my
That's
favourite
awesome.
thing in a video
That's
today.
awesome.
Eddie, should we talk orcs?
I think.
Yeah, so just
here we
loads
go.
and
Okay.
loads and loads
Never
and loads
mind.
of orcs is basically what we're getting. So this is one of the largest Warhammer 40,000 releases we've seen for quite some time. This is on the same scale, I suppose, as what we've seen for Necrons and for Space Marines last year.
So cool.
Just absolutely oodles of orcs, loads of different stuff, some really weird and wonderful and wacky and wild stuff. All coming along with the brand new codex when it drops. This this is probably the biggest. This is the biggest kit, and it's just enormous. This is a kill rig. Effectively, what you've got here is this is the Beast Snagger kind of transportation system. They've got loads of kind of big scary weaponry stuff on the back of the rig.
This.
They've attached
It's
the rig
crazy.
to an enormous great squeak creature in front of it, and then at the top at the back there they've got an orc psyker which is kind of chained into this
orc psychers. They still called weird boys.
Orc effigy skull thing, which basically blasts laser bolts of pure War energy at the enemy as it charges forward. The thing is like the size of a Bane blade. It's enormous.
Really?
It's got a kind of really
Doesn't look like
weird,
it.
sort of almost nautical sort of theme. It looks almost like a bunch of orc whalers on the back of a ship, doesn't it? There's a
Well, and just to pick on that, if Raph moves the next slide along, the kit makes two options. The first one is with a weird boy on the tower channeling crazy orc psychic power, and then this one is quite literally orcs out to catch something big, which fits beautifully with the sort of motif of the Beast Snagger orcs.
James
Yeah,
Kidd,
so
orc
there's
players
loads of really
simultaneously
cool fun
orgasm
stuff
and
for
shit
the orc army
themselves.
as well. So you've got
Yeah.
a harpoon on the back of it there. So
Sometimes
you
I
can imagine
shit
it's, like,
when I
riding
come.
alongside next to like an Imperial Knight or something. They're trying to harpoon.
Yeah,
the
that's
leg
cool
and
as balls,
drag it
man.
over.
I mean, I don't
You've
collect
also-
orcs,
you can also
but I
use
can
it as a
appreciate the
transport thing,
fun
so you
in
can
this.
Fit, I think it fit 15.
And I like it. It's
of
orky.
your Beast Snaggers
It's
on the back of this, so
random.
you can if you want.
Pile them on
It
it.
looks like it's all
you can
slapped
have an
together.
organized Beast Snagger army
know.
pulled by squigs.
It's
that's gonna
crazy, it's
charge off
alien.
into the middle of the enemy army.
I like
and
it.
kicks out an enormous amount of damage as well. So not only is it a transport system, it's got loads of guns on the back. It's absolutely ferocious in close combat. The orcs on the back of it can fight. The big enormous squig thing can fight. You can
Now, anybody who's asking himself, what are the rules for this thing?
Snagger orcs right into
Go
the heart
ahead
of the
and
enemy
firmly
army.
stick
They're
your own
really
fist
good in
up
the
your
game. The model
ass.
looks incredible. It's just a really fun concept.
I'm talking your
You
whole
can imagine,
fist.
you know,
Go ahead,
a
stick your
weird
whole
boy
fist up
version
your
of one
ass.
of these, backed up by a few hunter rigs, as the kind of core of your army, packed full of boys.
I like this dude.
Charging into the middle of the enemy army.
He's cool.
A new Beast Boss model.
Yeah,
So
we
are
have
these kind of like the
Deal with
snake
a beast
bites?
boss.
Is that
so
what
Beast
this
Boss,
is?
So Beast Boss is kind of the war boss equivalent for Beast Snagger orcs. And effectively, this is a guy who finds the biggest, scariest
Now-
enemy monster he can,
Okay.
and puts his
Quick thing, they're called beast snaggers. Okay, in the UK, I'd imagine this is not much of an issue, but here in North America, especially amongst us Native Americans, snagging it means to, well, you guys in the UK use the word shag. Well, snagging has the same meaning. So, beast snaggers.
shooting himself. So he leaves the shooting to his little targeting squig he's got there.
I really like
Just
the
saying.
detail of he's got a bionic arm on one end, but you can see the hand inside the claw for how the power claw works on the other end, and it looks
Yeah, I
like
like that.
a snake's mouth.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
Cool.
Oh, this is
Snaggers
cool.
are very associated with the snake bites for the orcs, and this guy here is the best example of that. This is Mozrog
So cool.
Snagbad. This is the rider of Chomper, the Great White Squig. This is a new named
Chomper.
character for snake bites, and the biggest, baddest beast boss of all.
Beast
basically.
snaggers.
He's almost like a myth in orc culture. He was eaten by a squigoth at one point, but he was so tough the squigoth.
I really
spat him
dig
out,
the
which
paint
is why
job
he's
on
got
that
bionics
shoulder.
down
Look how
one
tight
side of
that
him.
that
So
tattoo
his
design is on his
Squigosaurus,
shoulder.
as they call it, that he rides around on, is the biggest, scariest
That's really-
example
that's
of its
really
breed.
impressive.
And he himself is
As
effectively
it's so
like
tight and clean
a
looking,
war boss.
at least
So
from
that
here.
is an absolute wrecking machine.
course, it
in
could be
close
huge
combat.
shoulder,
You can imagine
though, I
this
don't know.
leading the charge.
Oh, look at
for
that.
a whole bunch.
Is
of
this the
beast
same
snakes.
box?
Yep, and then of course the
Or is
kit
this a
gives you
different
two
box?
options. So,
Oh, it
say you
does.
just want a regular beast boss, but you don't want him to walk like all the peons. Then here you have the
That's
beast boss
cool.
on Squigosaur option. Again, an incredible model. You really are.
I love that
super
squig.
spoiled for choice.
It just
with
looks
the beast snaggers
crazy.
and the orcs in general. Incredible looking model.
It looks like a
I think
fucking
what you
great
don't quite
white
get
if
from
it could
that
walk.
miniature alone is just the sheer size of the thing. Like, it is
Yep.
enormous. It towers over a dreadnought. That is a war boss on the back of it, not just a kind of regular sized orc. So it is a big old miniature.
That's cool.
Now, a few eagle-eyed people spotted as we were talking through Octarius, or indeed as we were.
Yeah, that one picture I said,
as
did the
people
orcs
seen the
look
back of the Gaunt's Ghost
different?
Box. There
Yeah,
might be
these
some
are
new
the-
orc boys on the town, and they are dead right.
Yeah.
There are. And these are they.
Yeah, so a great new selection of orc boys.
See,
they've
they
got
drill the barrels
all
on these
sorts of
guns?
effects, you know, shooters and sluggers.
Or are
and,
they? The guy on
rocket
the far
launchers
right
and
doesn't
stuff.
look drilled
in
out.
some ways, kind of perhaps not the
Just
most
shitting
exciting
on
part
them,
of the new Orc release.
Oh, the heavy
because
metal
you've
team is
got
like,
these
we
kind of
fucking
huge
worked really
front
hard on
century
these
kits,
models,
but,
you asshole.
you know, probably the thing that you're going to include most of in your army. So it's great to have some new options. They're not so wildly different from the current ones that they wouldn't sit nice and at home alongside the current range.
Yeah, they look
I
cool.
think a lot of Orc players like me spent an awful lot of time.
Again,
painting
I don't
up the
collect
Orc
orcs,
boys. I think I've
but
got 120
these are
various
cool.
states of painting
These are cool.
completeness. So it's nice to have these at the same sort of scale, but they certainly add a lot more dynamism and a lot more options. So you've got ones that kind of run forward, you've got ones that are kind of mid chop, you've got ones in holding their heavy weapons in much more dynamic.
You know what?
ways
It doesn't
than,
feel like. I guess that maybe it is
If you are
the
a
kind
war
of.
boss with a
You know how like orcs
sizable
always have
war
like this
already, these are gonna
feeling
go
like they're
really nicely
slouched.
inside of it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They always
and
talk
if
about,
you
oh
started
yeah, these
a
things.
war,
You know, the orcs always feel like they're slouched. These orcs, like nowadays, don't feel as slouched.
Deathcopters, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a little while.
This is
We've
something
had a
people
kind of,
have asked for
resin one
ages.
for a little while, but it's certainly
Since
not
what,
the same.
5th edition 40K?
Certain players of a certain vintage will remember Assault on Black
I
Reach,
love that
came with loads
the
of death
propeller's got the
that's been,
rockets on
for a
the
very long
ends.
time, the only place that you'd ever
That's
been able
awesome.
to get hold of them. So now what you've got is a new
These things are a pain in the
multi-part
ass to
Deathcopter
play
kit.
against,
It's got
though.
loads
Oh,
of
fuck.
cool options in it. You can kind of have a look at some of the things already there. You've got a kind of big bomb on that lead one, and a zappy gun that's different from the standard weapon we've got. All the rest
These
of
are
them are
cool.
kind of packed with rockets and stuff. They're not so dissimilar again from the Black Reach ones that if you've got a war that's including some of those classic Deathcopters, you certainly could have these sitting alongside them and they wouldn't look wildly out of place. But
I just noticed that somebody in the chat pointed out a feature which has killed me. There's little rockets on the prop blades.
yeah, how'd you get the naked spin, right?
I didn't notice that.
That's when you're lacking in RPMs, you just kick those rockets on.
I've looked at these several times and not noticed.
I love the one with the chopper there because he's you know, you can imagine like an orc mentality of like, I've got a helicopter now, it's got rockets, but I'm also going to take with me a big knife because I might get close enough that I can also stab someone while I'm riding my helicopter.
Yeah, these are cool.
It's optimistic, isn't it?
Only orcs
Oh,
would go
look at
for
this.
it. So this is
Another big
kind
piece of
out nowhere.
terrain.
This is the Big Ed boss bunker. What is a Big Ed boss bunker? It is effectively a Gargant's head that has been either decapitated or they haven't quite finished building the rest of the Gargant yet. And effectively, it is the command center for your war boss. So
I wonder if
you
this is
have,
like,
either a beast boss or a war boss.
What are the
or
damn
kind of
fucking
whoever,
Imperial
big
things
mech
called?
Or whatever you want to
The little
use to lead
bunkers?
your orc army. You can sit him in the middle of this, and he can kind of shout his commands through the
What the hell are
enormous
those
speaker
bunkers called?
system on the top of that, and all of the boys nearby can know
don't
what's
know.
going on.
Somebody help me out
It's
here.
also got like absolutely oodles of shooters all over it, so you can put like just bolt a whole bucket load of shooters off the back of it if you want.
Yeah,
to.
that's really cool.
And it sits
Bastions?
really nicely alongside
Yeah,
all
the
of
bastions. I
orc
wonder if
terrain,
this is like that.
if you were
So you
going
buy a
to
bunch of these, you know what I
pick
mean?
up
You can
the
have them like
Octarius
all over
skill
your
team
table,
set.
as like, you
This
know,
added
because I
to that
imagine you
skill
probably
team
have to
set
spend
would,
points on this, right?
fit right in
For your army?
as part of your battlefield if you wanted to kind of do an orc scrap town, which I do and will be doing.
That's
I love
cool.
it. I also like the sort of loud hailer things at the top.
You can
Oh,
just
yeah,
imagine
those
orcs
speakers.
standing there being like, oi, oi,
And it
oi,
looks like light
charge."
bulbs.
Giving it large as he shouts orders around here, absolutely.
You'd be tempted
wow,
to do like a
there
whole
is
bunch
lot
of details, so like there's a bunch of
orcs
light
on
bulbs
the horizon,
across
and orcs
everything.
are bearing down on us quite soon, is that right?
They are coming very, very soon. So, previous previews, we have announced the Beast Snagger army
Beast
launch box,
Snaggers.
and we can reveal today that will be available to pre-order next Saturday. So if
That's
you're
basically
excited-
where you
next
know
Saturday,
that
you're excited
GW
about
needs
orcs,
more
you
people
don't
on their
have to wait very
translation
long at all
teams
before you can start getting your hands on
for some of
those.
these
That is
names.
the one with all of the Beast Snagger infantry. It's got the Beast Snagger Squig Hog boys, a few
Because
characters in
snagging
there as
means
well,
something
and,
else to us.
most importantly of all, if you are a diehard Orc fan, it has your new Orc Codex. That's the first place you'll be able to get your hands on that.
You get sideways
And then,
looks if you
that
said,
box
"Oh, I'm a
isn't-
beast
so,
snagger."
isn't your speed. The rest of the Orc stuff will be along very soon. After.
Sort of deviant as that.
Not long at all to wait. If you're an Orc player, you are about to be absolutely spoiled because you've got that box set. You've got
Yeah.
Kill Team on the way, which has your whole battlefield of Orc
Yeah, you
terrain,
can throw
and
those
can
Blood Axe
upload-
Commandos
you've
into
got
your
all of
faction. You
your
got some new
amazing
snake bites,
squigs,
some
you've got
gobs.
new boys, you've got Death
Yep.
Doctors, you've got a bunch
Man.
of snakebite characters coming.
Orcs.
You know, this is
like
basically
the middle
best
child.
year ever if you're an Orc.
Yes, I think you could be right. So, whew, I think I'm going to have to check my notes. We've gone blasting through so much stuff.
He's got a category in
so
his notes
very
that says
fast.
flex.
We are 10 minutes behind schedule. I hope you've been enjoying yourselves as much as we have. Now is the part where it says begin to wrap up, which means we just resolve of people who to stay in because maybe it's not all done.
Yeah.
But I will begin
Imperial
to wrap
Bastion.
up
Thanks,
by
man. Yeah,
thanking the 37,500 people who are currently in the chat enjoying this incredible Warhammer preview online.
I wonder if there's any
We have had
numpties
4,000
asking about Curse City.
with plastic multi-part death trophy and plastic multi-part
Oh, fuck it, fucking shit. That cracks me up. I don't even care. I don't have Curse City. I thought it was really cool, but you know, yeah. I just love how people just can't let that go. It's just no, Curse City. Clayton Tate, older orcs had weird curved spine and huge bubble butts. Well, they don't. You can't shame them for bubble butts. Some people like bubble butts. Just saying. No fucks. Those character squigs kind of remind me of the two-headed beast from Willow. Yeah, a little bit. If they had like that little kind of scaly mohawk thing going on, yeah, they would look like that beast. Definitely. All right, what's Flex talking about? I'm just gonna call him Flex from now on. Hopefully, I don't ever have to encounter these guys ever again. Not that hopefully, but I mean, like if I encounter them, I'm gonna end up calling him Flex, and I'm gonna go, oh fuck, sorry.
Somebody complained in the chat that we didn't leave them with a tease at the end of the show.
Tease.
We're gonna say goodbye.
He's gonna flash a nipple. Watch.
We'll see you again soon.
No. Oh, I thought he was gonna flash a nipple. He said a tease. Is this the same tease? Is this different tease? Don't tease me now.
Suffer not the unclean to live.
Nice.
Lead us from death to victory.
Is that Emperor's Champion?
From falsehood to truth.
Fucking dark, turn it up.
Lead us from despair to hope, from faith to slaughter. Lead us to his strength and an eternity
some Black
of
Templar stuff?
war. Let his wrath fill our hearts. Death,
That's
war,
Black Templar.
and blood. In vengeance, serve the Emperor. In the name of Dawn.
Oh, prepare to crusade, people. Prepare to crusade. Get your Black Templar on. I have a buddy who has a massive Black Templar. I don't know if he still has it. B-Man, do you still talk to Christian? Does he still have all his Templars? I haven't talked to him in a bit. But anyway. So they're done? They're done? Yeah, they're done. Okay, they're done. They're done. They're done. They're done. Alright, I'm gonna kill that. I don't need that anymore. Where the hell am I? James Kent. Don't want Curse City. Oi, shitbags. Thank you, Edward Schmidt. Schmitty? That's me. Oh, it's gone. Didn't last too long. Thank you, Edward. Where am I? Oh yeah, due to the lack of shovels in the box. Curse City, yeah. B-Man. No, I haven't talked to him in a while. No, I haven't talked to him in a while either. But I remember like he had a huge collection of Black Templars. Huge. Alrighty, let's jump because what time we at? Oh, yeah, we're at 119 minutes, so we got to hurry up here. So we are going to jump over to the Instagrams. I don't have a theme song for this, so Instagram. Fuck, that sucks. I know. Anyway. Ooh, pretty flowers. Ooh, Dreadnought. Oh yeah, that's right, because our good buddy Kim has been uploading he started an Instagram. Oh, I already gave us a like. Oops. So he just finished this model. Now, Kim regularly posts in the Discord, especially in the work in progress and in the completed minis section, his efforts. This guy, man, he paints a lot. He gets it done. Kim doesn't fuck around. He gets it done. And it's impressive. And he does a really good job on his miniatures. And so this is the, what is it? The Lady Annika from Soulblight Gravelords. Cool. Very, very cool. I like the work on the face. Very nice. Yeah, the hair looks good too. Already gave it a like. Let's move on. Basically, this is going to be a Kim showcase, I think. Because, yeah, it's got a bunch. Nurgle Duder. Nice. Love the maggots and stuff in the belly. I like the colors. I don't recall seeing this model though. Like, unless I just haven't been paying attention. But yeah, I don't recall you posting this model in the Discord. Oh, I like that one. I like that green. I like the wings. Oh, did we talk about these wings at one point? Have we discussed the wings? I like the eyes. Good work on the eyes. Yeah, I like the way you did the wings. Holy camrolis. You might have a little bit of tummy pain. That's like a gaping wound. That's gaping. If you want a definition of gaping, that's it right there. That's gaping. Everybody's like, really? What's the definition for gaping? Really? I don't know what gaping is. Of course, Kim had to give us gaping 2 times. Gaping 2 times. But that's gaping. There's no doubt about that. Oh, look at this. Some Nurgle I painted well over a year ago. Let's give that a thumb up. Or I do remember seeing this. Yeah, because you were doing that leather. I think you were talking about the leather. I like the way you highlight the shoulder pad. The green on the shoulder. I like that. It's like a stippling. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's a bit of a stipple action you got going on there. Very nice. Very nice. I like the eyeball. Very, very cool. Now, Kim, I'm sensing a recurring thing here amongst some of these models. Did I give that a like? Yes, I did. Kim, are you finishing bases, or do you just paint up the miniature? Is that what's going on there? I like this. These fun. Nice and clean. Straightforward. Ooh, look at this. Oh, yeah, I remember seeing this one. Yeah. He posted this a while ago in the Discord. The weathering. Because I do recall recommending avoiding, rather uniform weathering patterns. Streaks not being the same length across the surface. Just to watch out for it, Just try not to. Avoid symmetry, essentially, is what I'm saying. Avoid symmetry when weathering. Yeah, that's good. Some Primaris Space Wolf duders. I like it. I kind of wish that yellow meeting up with that gray on the shoulder pad was a little bit tighter, but meh. Ooh, look at this guy. Let's give that a look. Explorers from Blackstone Fortress Expansion? Or expansion? I'm just teasing. Very cool. I like the work on the cloak. Nice freehanding on the cloak there. I like the way you did the skin there. Got that slight purple hue to it. Like that. I dig it. I dig it. But Kim, are you not doing the bases, bud? Just couldn't be fucked off to do the bases, or what? Oh, look at this. I like this. What is this? A Word Bearer Venom Crawler. For crawling through venom. Yeah, I like the glow on the Chaos Rune. On the claws. I like that. That's good stuff. Now, Kim, I'm sure you can imagine what I'm going to say. Having looked through a lot of these pictures, like I'm looking at them, I'm looking at them like really close up. I imagine you know what I'm going to say on an area in which to improve upon. I'm sure you can guess it. Can you guess it, Kim? I don't even know if you're here. Are you here, Kim? Oh, you are here. Kim says, yeah, we talked about the wings when I did them. It was like 1.5 years ago. We've all been on Discord. Yeah. I suck at getting basing done. But I like to do them in large batches. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I get it. I just, it's not like it's not a huge issue or anything like that. But anyway, as I was going to say, Kim, I think prep. Those mold lines and the gaps, stuff like that. I would spend a little bit more time, especially if you're doing these models, they're obviously going to sit on your shelf and, you're going to look at them and, take a little bit of pride into them and everything like that, which, rightly so. But I'm sure as you discuss, did I give the last one a like? Yeah, I did. When you're taking pictures of your work, yeah, you'll see a lot of those little imperfections jump out at you. And the one that really jumps out at me all the time, and I'm sure people are sick of me saying it, but yeah, it's the mold lines, the gaps, right? Really nice work on this guy. Like the vials. The flesh is really good. Is that base green stuff with a print? Looks like it. Very good. Very cool. He's cool. Oh, I like the blood on his thing. A little handprint. I like that. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Is that done? That's done. We might be at this for a bit, kids, so strap in or strap on. One of the two. But, yeah. Night Tyrant. Yeah. I think I remember seeing this one. Yeah, you did the freehanding of the icons over it. Something like that. Yeah. Some good stuff. Well, Kim does consistently good work. I mean, anybody who hangs out in our Discord knows, Kim produces a lot. Puts us all to shame, really. Not really. I don't feel shame, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, very cool. Oh, this is, yeah. I remember really liking this one when you posted this one, because there's some really good highlights here. I like the transitions. I like that. I'm a big fan of using turquoise to highlight black, and yeah, I like this one. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, some really good work, Kim. Ha! I already give this one like, okay. I like this model. Not so much that I'd want to just pick it up right away, but yeah, I like this model. It's no Gaunt's Ghosts. Eradicators for eradicating. Nice work on the legs there. I like the highlighting. Drill out the barrels! I imagine everybody's just sick and tired of me saying that shit. I already gave this one a look. Yeah, really nice. I like the glow. Non-metallic metal. Nice. I like the color scheme for your Necrons. I might borrow, in quotes. Yeah, I like this one. So if you want to share your work on the Instagrams, you don't feel like sending me an email, feel free to use the hashtag Way of the Brush. and I'll see it, and I'll do it for this segment of the show. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I really dig the color scheme, man. I really dig this. But I think I've made that opinion well known. Yeah. Chronomancer. Plasmancer. I like the eyeball. Blades look really good. Non-metallic metal looks nice. Heavy Intercessor Captain. Well, maybe he's sensitive about his weight. Did I give that last one a like? Yeah, I did. Oh, shit. Wrong button. There we go. Now, Eradicators, are they like Terminators now? Are these like the big heavy Space Marine duders? Or do Terminators still hold the belt for heavyweight champions? Control the barrels. Really good highlighting. Really, really nice. Ooh, the chaos. Oh yeah, I remember the chaos dude. Yeah, because we were talking about the flesh, the skin, the sinews. Yeah, yeah. Me like you. Ooh, some Kingdom Death. Kingdom Death model. I got a few. I painted up. Really, really great models for skin painting. For skin painting. Yeah, I like this. I like your non-metallic metal. I like your transitions on the flesh. I think the hair could have gone a little bit clearer. There's a lot of breaks in where shadow and darker tones fall. I don't think it needs that many. The non-metallic metal though is good. It gets the point across. It's effective. Alpha Legion Chaos Marine. I like the belt. That little eyeball on the belt. I went to his face and then that belt. That was the second place I looked. Oh yeah, you did the scales and everything. Yeah. Alpha Legion Obliterator. Very cool. Oh yeah, I like that flesh. Whenever you have techno bits next to flesh, you gotta always give that flesh kind of an irritated look. In my opinion, it just, it makes sense. Very cool. Oh, nice work on that claw. Greater Possessed Nurgle. Nuggle. It's a Nuggle. I'm going to use Nuggle from now on. It's a Nuggle. Yeah, really nice work on that claw. The armor looks really good. I like those fingers. And the eyeballs. I like that on the fist there in the icon. I like that. McFarlane Marine. Painted Space Wolf. Nice. Good job. Further along than my Marine. Sigvald. I like the shield. I like the cloak. I like the color scheme. And his base has that slight green. And I think you should keep with that. Just help to tie that green in kind of elsewhere on the model. Did we talk about this guy already? On the show? Yeah, we did. We couldn't have, because you posted this 3 days ago. And I didn't like it. So no, I guess we didn't. Unless you did an email. getting his brains pulled out of his head. Yeah, the color scheme, man. I love the color scheme. It's great. First 10 Death Rattle Skeletons, the Soul-Blight Gravelords army is going to be fun to do. Very cool. Yeah, it looks really good. Oh, wait, did I miss that? Oh, no, I thought there was an arrow there. That's my bullshit. That's somebody else's bullshit. That's my bullshit. Okay, yeah, we're all caught up. We're all caught up. Good stuff. So, yeah, like I said, if you want to share what you're working on, use the hashtag #WayOfTheBrush, and I'll try and get to it on the Instagram segment of the show. All right, where the hell am I? Kim. Yeah, I started taking more care about the fill in the gaps and the nubs and mold lines, but models I painted a year back or more, I did not care that much. Right, yeah. Yeah, I realize. Same with the drilling of the barrels. Drill the barrels. Drill the barrels! The chaplain in black armor was airbrushed black, airbrushed with Malto turquoise and just edge highlighted. Cool. Kim, yeah, you said it several times that you like my scheme. Thank you so much. It's hard to come up with a scheme I had not seen before. Yeah, because by this point, right, it's kind of, it's all been done, right? It's all been done. It's kind of hard to come up with, I mean, like, for Necrons, I mean, is anybody painting them like Harlequins? Like in the diamondy, bright color kaleidoscope thing going on? Somebody could do that, right? That's some untreaded waters. Treaded water? I don't know. Path? No. Kim, yeah, no. Killer Whale. Oh man, I tried to tag Kris, but I wrote @Kris in the post instead of #WayTheBrush. Yes, I suck at Instagram. Yeah, don't worry about it. Adding me? Yes. Using the #WayTheBrush, like I'll see it on the Instagrams, but if you add it to me, but if you use the #WayTheBrush, then I'll catch it in this segment, right? So, but did you post it? I didn't see anything. You didn't post it. It's okay. I'm not gonna keep scrolling around. Killer Whale. Yeah, I'd say properly implanted implants don't cause any flesh irritation. Right. Evan Belleau, what's up, everybody? Let's get started. Dude, we're like at the end of the show. Unless you're trolling. You're trolling. Kim. Yeah, we did an email. Okay. Choriqueso. So, an impact massager with a fork attachment and 2 hair ties will shake even the most ruined paint pot so violently that you will have silky smooth paint results like new every time. Okay. That took me a bit to read through, but yeah. Yeah. Totally. Sure. Do it. Post a vid. Kim. Yeah, that was a lot, yeah. James Kent, what Kim didn't make clear is he painted that all in the past week. You know what? If Kim seriously told me he painted all that in last week, yeah, I'd believe him. I'd believe him. I would believe him. Because he just paints so much. So yeah. I know, it's like, go onto the Discord, Kim's painting all the time. Posting anyway. I don't know, unless of course maybe he's fooling us. Maybe Kim's got a sweatshop going and he's got his kids painting for him. It's not a bad idea. How'd you convince him? So I can convince mine. James Kent, nobody paints as quick as he does. Yeah. The only other person that I know of that paints really, really fast, gets shit done, is Ash. That's the only other person I know of that can paint and get shit done. You know. Is it Golden Demon award-winning paint jobs? No. But, I mean, you're painting really fast. I mean, the only difference between Golden Demon winning paint jobs and regular paint jobs is time spent. That's it. It's time. It's not brushes, it's not paint, it's not anything. It's just time spent painting. That's it. Evan Belleau, I'm late, but I brought jokes. Yeah? When you gonna lay one on us? Kim, yeah, I got the kids in chains that do all the work. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, he's Kim's in Norway, so you know, it's cold, and I'm sure he leaves the kids outside. So you want to get warm? Paint to get warmer. Move faster. You'll get warm. Kim, that's awful, man. That's awful. Why would you do that to your kids? The Lady Annika model took a day. Oh yeah? Well, there wasn't. Yeah, like I believe that. I probably wouldn't get her done in a day. No, not probably. It's very unlikely I would get it done in a day. If I wasn't filming anything and I was just sitting down and I was just gonna paint for the joy of painting, maybe. And depending on what kind of quality I was looking for, I suppose. But also too, I would probably you employ the airbrush a little bit more, especially for bigger gradients and stuff like that, and then fine tune it as I went. So, yeah, it's probably, if I really rushed, I could probably get it done in a day. Not like that's a flex or anything like that, but just saying. All right, if you're wearing headphones, turn them up or down, because we're doing an email. Yeah, I don't know what all this was, but yeah, we'll do this one. So yeah, here it comes. Email time. Email time. This one is from our good buddy Brandon Taylor, the B-Man. Followed the crab tutorial. I like how this turned out. Mine looks dulled compared to yours. My pink especially isn't as vibrant. The golden fluorescent is really good stuff. The eyes on the fish are fluorescent pink, and I put fluorescent green on the crab to contrast the purple. Really interesting. I'd like to see the Chamalamion in particular with the Starblood Stalkers. I saw that you picked up a box. Yes, I did. And so the B-Man has followed the tutorials that I had recently done for these two models, the Spine Fin and the Dune Claw. And he's followed them like precisely. Like even down to the damn brush strokes, even where you highlighted and stuff, you followed along very precisely. That's impressive. The only thing that differs is that he went black rim. He went black rim. But yeah, really good stuff, man. Me likey. And we had a look at his spine fin last time. And so here's the two of them. Oh, you went with the green in the eyes. Yeah, I like the green in the eyes. See, I went the yellow, but my yellow was very dull because I just used the contrast and I just darkened up the edges just to go for more of an amber look. But yeah, I probably could have went like with a fluorescent green or a yellow. And in hindsight now, I'm thinking maybe I should. You know what? You've almost convinced me that I went the wrong color for the eyes, because I was following a particular picture for a crab as the inspiration for how I was doing it. But the picture of the crab that I was using as inspiration had big eye stalks, and he had nice big yellow eyes. And I was thinking, oh, I should do the eyes yellow. That's why I went with yellow for the eyes. But I'm seeing the green on yours, and I imagine if it's a fluorescent green, man, that sparkles. Yeah, you convinced me. I might have to repaint my eyes. Yeah, really good stuff, man. Your blend is really good on the colors. How did you find the blending? Have you done wet blending before, like wet on wet blending? Have you done that before and just, have been doing it, or was this a new experience for you? Let me know, please, if you're still here, B-Man. Not B-Man, B-Man. He's not a man, he's a man. I don't know where I was fucking going with any of that, but anyway. Kim, and 2 of the 4 or 5 hours on the head. Oh yeah. Clayton, crab. Yeah, I painted the crab. Clayton, have you not been paying attention lately? I know we haven't talked in a while, but yeah. The B-Man. That was the first time wet blending tutorial was great. Okay, cool. Awesome. I'm glad that you gave it a try and you followed along, and that's good. Because like how you painted it, like it looks like you followed very closely to what I had done, and it's very rare to find people following exactly what I did, and so I'm a little impressed that you followed so closely. But I mean, you're not new to painting. I mean, you've been painting a long time, but yeah, that's really good. Impressive, most impressive. Next email is from Serenaver. I'm sure I always mess that name up. Oh yeah, because you sent the email, but I would do it on the show anyway because I think it's relevant, I guess. Or maybe was this? Yeah, because this was for. I'll fucking just read the email. Hey Chris, wanted to send my first ever painted model and most recent, since you asked in the Q&A channel on the Discord. First is a guy I used for a D&D character, a Reaper Mini, a metal mini I painted in March 2016. Latest is a commissioned Morathi completed at July 8th, 2021. Turns out 5 years of practice makes a difference, huh? I would definitely say so. So basically, he sent this email in response to a question I had posed in the Discord, basically looking for people to submit their earliest miniature and their latest miniature. So it doesn't have to be the one you finished yesterday, but your latest and your earliest. Well, the earliest that you have on hand, because I know some people kind of just chuck, or they strip the model and repaint it, and I know all that, right? But your earliest paint job to your latest, right? So if you want to partake in this, because basically I want to make a video with all of these, and so I haven't made the video yet. I'm still basically, because I'm going to write it out and everything like that. It's going to be a proper video. So anyway, that's what I was doing with all that, and so that's what this email was in regards. But yeah, so anyway, so early paint job, yeah, nothing wrong with this. It's clean, colors mostly where it should be, right? Even attempted the eyes. That's pretty brave. Not a lot of people attempt the eyes on their first or earlier paint jobs, right? Yeah, it's mostly clean. It even looks like you went for like a blue metallic in the blade, and I think that's pretty ambitious. This is pretty ambitious, if I'm being honest, for a newer person, because usually you don't see. Yeah, I see like the highlights and stuff. You were trying to do the highlights, yeah. And so 5 years painting, that's impressive. And then Morathi, this is the Morathi, and yeah, looks great. It's clean. Did you follow a tutorial for this, or did you just, this is how you've been painting these days? I like the transitions on the hair. I really like that. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, I like that. I like the bright green snakes. I would think though, like I realize this is a commission, and it's whatever the customer wants, It's obviously, whenever you're doing commission, right? It's always about making your customer happy and giving them what they want and what they paid for, of course. But yeah, if I was judging this on, like if I was judging it like a painting competition type of thing, I'd like to see those greens echoed elsewhere, like on the base, or like even if the column that she's grappling with, if it had like those marble lines and they were that similar level of green, I think that would help tie the model together, because otherwise that green just kind of feels a little bit out of place, especially with such red and purple tones. But this isn't a competition piece. This is a commission he did. Really nice work though. I like it, and it's a fun model. It's a It's a pain in the ass. Like I wanted to, when I did this model, I wanted to do it in sub assemblies, but there was really no way to do it in sub assemblies that wasn't junk. because like the way her wings come in, her head attaches, and you know all that. Yeah, it wasn't really a good way to do this model in sub-assemblies. Oh, and even the column she's grappling with. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass to have that column separate from the rest of her tail. Yeah, it's a fun model though. But thank you, Surion, Avier. I have to remember to keep that and save those pictures. Where am I? Kim, I got back into the hobby in 2018 after 20 plus year break. Really? Wow. I would assume the break was because of career and family. I would assume. Usually the case for any of us old dogs. Long tooth? Or long in the tooth? Tooth? Teeth or tooth? Tooths? I'm losing it. What time are we at here? Oh, okay. We're only 32 minutes OT. All right. We're okay. No pressing questions? No. Emails are caught up. We're all caught up on emails. So, if I'm just clicking things now. If you are brand new to this hobby, you want to show off what you're working on. Maybe a commission painting service, want to, a little extra exposure. Want some help with that color scheme? Maybe there's a particular technique that's been troubling you. Submit your questions to Kris at wayofthebrush.com. It's in the description below as well as, right there. And yeah, all that. Of course, if you send pictures, send them as attachments in the email. Don't send it off as links to other sites. And of course, if you want to, take part in the Instagram side of things, just use the hashtag #WayOfTheBrush, and I'll see it and I'll do it in that part of the show, and we'll discuss it. If you really want me to kind of critique it, then make sure you leave a note that to critique it, especially on the Instagram. Yeah, that's why sending an email and then sending it as because it's personalized, and you know what I mean. It's because sometimes people just want to show off what they're working on, and they're not really looking for any input, and so that's why oftentimes I'll just kind of look, and then if something seems kind of glaring, I might make a comment. Don't really mean to. It's just I'm an asshole, so I'll say it. But yeah. So anyway, in the description below, Kris at Way of the Brush. Emails, or use the hashtag Way of the Brush. Also in the description below is a link to wayofthebrush.com, central hub of all the silliness. Has the links to all social medias as well as Discord. Join us on Discord. We talk there all the time. And we have various things, and yeah. And when I've been doing the live streams, because I'm switching to doing some more live streaming on Twitch, and I'm keeping it mostly Twitch, just because I've got a lot of things going on YouTube, so I want to do a little bit more on the Twitch side of things, and I think I'm switching focuses, so I'm going to probably do more streaming on Twitch, and so yeah, feel free to give me a follow on the Twitch. It doesn't cost you anything, just clicks a button, and yeah, and basically we're just going to get projects done, because I got a huge backlog of shit, of metric ton of shit to do. And so I need to get them done, because I'm getting tired of looking at all this half-completed projects on my desk. So, yeah. Feel free. Join. I'll post the videos on YouTube, but they'll be days later. So, but anybody who likes to have the little stuff on in the background, whatever, right? And the big thing that I've been doing, and I've tried this a few times, and it's gone well, is all of my patrons have access to a channel on the Discord where you can paint along with me, and we can talk on Discord while I'm streaming on Twitch. So fun. It's fun for everyone. Well, maybe not everyone, but yeah. James Kent, long fangs, surely? Long fangs or long fang? Anyway. Waythebrush.com, central hub. Yes, all that. Got the links to all the stuffs, right? Things. Click buttons. Click more buttons. And also has links for t-shirts. Get a t-shirt. Look like connoisseur of all that's good and holy in this world. They're wearing a Way the Brush t-shirt. And if you purchase yourself a shirt, send a picture of yourself in your shirt, and I will add it to the Monkey Shrine, which is also at waythebrush.com. And of course, you'll find a link for Patreon. Huge thank you to my patrons. Thank you for your continued support. And yeah, without you guys, I just would not be able to continue to do what it is that I do. And so, huge thank you. And if you're considering Patreon support, it's in the description below, as well as at wayofthebrush.com. There's links all over the place. I spam it everywhere. Patron, come on, patrons, please. And yeah, and of course, there's various perks associated with it. So click whatever makes sense to you, or whatever you feel like supporting. And of course, yeah, the big one that I've been getting back into here is doing the live streaming. And if you're a patron, you can join me, and we'll talk live. We'll take live calls. We're doing live calls now. Man, if I open up the phone lines to random ass people, oh man, oh mercy. Man, I lost my place in this spiel. If you're not able to support monetarily, i.e. money, thumbing up the video, liking, following, and clicking the buttons, and ringing the bells, and all that interaction, do it now. Yeah, and you're helping me out a great deal, and all it takes is a couple clicks, and you're helping me out a great deal. So please, if you enjoyed it this far, why not just give it a click? Give it a click. Doesn't hurt. In fact, it might even feel good. You don't know. Do you know? You don't know. Give it a click. Click it. Give it a flick. Just sit there flicking it. Holy shit. I don't know how we got back to flicking the bean, but anyway. Big thank you to Carl Guymere for Beer and Blood Bowl. That's his channel. Check him out. If you love yourself some beer and you love yourself some Blood Bowl, we always take time. Thank Carl, even though the man is no longer with us, for taking the time out of his busy day. Create the email jingles that play before the email segments of this show. And so always much love to Carl. And of course, much love to my baby brother Evan for creating the intro, outro music that plays at the begin and end of the show. So always much love to my baby bro Evan. And if you follow him on Instagram, man, that dude is getting jacked. I mean, my ass might have to start hitting the gym, because this motherfucker is monstrous. If you look up my brother Evan, if you just type in Evan Belleau, I think he's under Evan Belleau. But anyway, yeah, the motherfucker is getting jacked. His arms are huge, and this dude's bigger than me, and he's jacked. Like, I hope he's not roiding it out, because then his pee-pee will shrink. And I'm trying to be a good brother, worrying about my brother's pee-pee, but Oh, fuck. Anyway, so EB Comics is also in the description below. EB Comics. If you're into rare comics, if you're into rare, like really rare, not well done. I gotta retire that joke. That's a crap joke. All right, we're done. No other comments. No more comments from the peanut gallery. Okay. Going once, twice, 3 times. All right. Everybody's trying to frantically. A bunch of comments are probably going to come flying in now. Take care of those brushes. They'll take care of you. And I will see you guys next time. Next time? Yeah, next time. Maybe we'll take a break. Also, another thing, as I end the show, I'm not quite done talking. Yeah, I think we're going to do something fun for episode 360. I think we're going to do a giveaway. 360. Just because it's a 360. And why not? And it's been a while since we've done giveaways. And yeah. What am I giving away? I have no idea. It's probably going to be miniatures. Or I might give away a gift voucher to like G-Dubs or something. Give G-Dubs more money. Because they need more money. For God's sakes, people, help GW. They need more money. For God's sakes. Help them. Won't somebody please think of the heavy metal team? For God's sakes, won't somebody please think of them? I know I'm being a complete dick. Jabba's left nut. Your ass is that big it hits the gym every time walk past. I fucked up the reading of it, but I got it. And Jabba, yeah, Ozzy's getting a little shaky, so I got to go get something to eat. I need some foods. Alrighty, I'll see you guys later. Be good, stay healthy, stay safe, and get some miniatures painted or assembled, or maybe go play a game, or go. Oh, you know what? I never even talked about today. I watched Black Widow last night, and yeah, well, maybe I'll tell you guys about it some other time. All right. Bye. Hello. Okay, so I watched Black Widow last night, and Black Widow. I was not looking forward to this movie. I was not hyped about it at all. I was like, I couldn't give a shit about it. I mean, like, you know, you kind of know her beginnings already, and we know how she dies. If you haven't seen Endgame, again, like, I don't know what you're doing, but so Black Widow, I was thoroughly surprised, and I will go as far as to say it is probably one of the stronger MCU movies. It's up there with Infinity War, Winter Soldier. I don't know about Civil War. It's pretty good. The first Iron Man. You know, yeah, it's up there. It's a good film, and I was pleasantly surprised that a background supporting character. Well, she's not a background character, but she's a supporting character. Can hold its own in this story and the larger MCU stuff, you know, involving this character, and like again, it adds a nice level of detail that might not have, you know, been known about the character, right? I mean, you know, she's an assassin, you know, she kicks ass, you know, but in this one, yeah, you really, it's got some really great scenes in it. It's great dialogue. There's a lot of, you know, like heartfelt moments in it, and of course, you know, the message, the underlying message in it, the metaphor, if you will, it is obvious for those paying attention, but it's not beat you over the head, you know, which I like. I find it very lazy in movies when they have an actual kind of, you know, a statement to make in it, that they kind of just beat you over the head with it, and I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's very lazy. Whereas, you know, a little bit more subtextual kind of thing, I like that. I can appreciate that. So, yeah, I liked it. So if you are, yeah, no, what is it? No plot spoiler, numpty. Yeah, I'm trying not to. I'm trying really hard not to talk about anything in specific, or, you know, I enjoyed it. I was pleasantly surprised. I was not hyped for this movie at all, but I enjoyed it, and I think it is one of the stronger Marvel movies. As far as a good movie is concerned, this is a good movie. I enjoyed it. I mean, if you liked Infinity War, if you liked Winter Soldier, the first Iron Man, even the first Doctor Strange is really good. Yeah, Black Panther. You know what I mean? Those are the stronger Marvel movies. Those are the better, stronger, coherent Marvel movies. Marvel movies, yeah. The Black Widow is up there In my opinion, it's up there. I like Black Widow. It was a lot of fun, and it had some really great moments in it. And yeah, again, it's surprising that this supporting character, you know, you get into some depth, and you know, you get to see, you know, more of like who she is, kind of thing. Like, we already kind of know who she is, but yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it. So yeah, check it out, or wait till it comes out for streaming. Either one. I enjoyed it, and yeah, that's it. That's the stream.